FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG. The Joplin Police Department now using an intercept body scanner at the Joplin City Jail.
Doses of drugs.
I'll start that one over again. Here we go.
The scanner, which resembles a TSA scanner, helps prevent overdoses of drugs, including fentanyl, in jails nationwide. Inmates are checked when being processed and as needed. The Joplin City Council approved spending for the body scanner back in 2025. You can read all about it online at newstalkkzrg.com. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
The Missouri legislature has passed a wide-ranging military bill. Lisa Nelson with more.
Missouri lawmakers have sent the governor a bill that would give the National Guard new authority to assist with cybersecurity prevention and response for state and local purposes. The legislation would also strengthen and update National Guard protections, including reemployment rights and health insurance coverage during extended state duty. It is sponsored by State Representative Bill Hardwick of Dixon. Elisa Nelson, MissouriNet.
After new violence raised concerns about presidential security, a Missouri senator calling for answers.
Republican U.S. Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri is urging Congress to hold a hearing after what authorities call a third apparent assassination attempt in less than 2 years on President Donald Trump. Hawley sent a letter to the Senate Homeland Security Committee following an incident at a Washington hotel hosting the White House Correspondents' Dinner. He says lawmakers need to review Secret Service resources, security failures, and whether past changes have been fully implemented. Matt Pilger, MissouriNet.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sun is on the rise, a mix of sun and clouds. It's 47 at 6:05. News Talk, KZRG.
Law enforcement responding to a report of shots fired on Monday in Newton County's Fairview. According to the probable cause statement, 3 shots were fired from the area of a residence. Then a car fled the scene. A victim was reportedly shot in the arm. 31-year-old Tyler Coda Milliken was charged with first-degree assault, unlawful use of a weapon, armed criminal action, and unlawful possession of a firearm. Milliken was found guilty of a felony back in 2018 that made it illegal for him to even have a gun. The case was worked and is being worked by the Newton County Sheriff's Office.
On April 24th of this year, the Newton County Sheriff's Office, working in conjunction with the Alliance of Southwest Missouri and the Newton County Community Coalition, conducted alcohol compliance checks at 15 locations across the county. Out of 15 checks, 3 failed, 9 passed, 3 were closed at the time the check took place, which means they didn't get to any business. The 3 businesses that failed were C-Mart on Gateway Drive in Neosho, Dollar General on Highway 43 in Joplin, and Big Papa Quick Mart on South Rangeline Road in Joplin. You can read more at newstalkkzrg.com. Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk KZRG.
We've got a massive shout out for the Missouri Southern Track and Field Squad. The Lions just absolutely dominated the final MIAA Weekly Honors, sweeping the awards. Huge congratulations to Jamel Williams and Dalen Vanderen for both being named Outdoor Field Athlete of the Week in their respective divisions. Over in the majors, the Kansas City Royals are officially rolling. They outlasted the Athletics 4-1 in a 10-inning thriller yesterday, officially extending their current win streak to 4 straight games. Meanwhile, the bats were red hot for the Redbirds. The Cardinals handled their business, taking Game 2 of the series against the Pirates in an 11-7 slugfest. They're looking to keep that momentum going in Game 3 tonight with first pitch at 5:40. Catch all the action on AM 1230, The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Need to turn your gold and silver into cash? Get top dollar directly from the refiner and buy gold and silver bullion, too, at Galena's Liberty Pawn, located on South Main Street in Galena. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 6:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. It's a dry day today. We're dry through the weekend. 65 today, 66 tomorrow, 65 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
A service of Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture. Get that new home feel when you complete your home improvement project with flooring and furniture from the professionals at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture store.
Storm Tracker radar. Berg now 45 in Galena. Talk KZRG with KZRG.
Be harmful to livestock operations association on the issue.
There's a you can use to harass the birds. Effigies hang. Get those effigies through the USDA, or you can get a permit, kill one, and do that yourself. You can also cut down roosting trees that are a habitat for these birds. If you see a lot of birds in one tree, it's time for that tree to go. I will add that, vultures in general are very important to our ecosystem. Cleaning up the dead animals is extremely important. The turkey vultures do a good job of that. So do the black vultures, but the black vultures have become more aggressive. Our mission is not to eradicate birds. Our mission is to help farm and ranch families prevent economic devastation, which can make the difference between the black line or the red line in a financial year.
To find out more, go to agriculture.mo.gov.
Have you gone off the rails lately? I know that may sound like a negative, but at Hurricane Car Wash, going off the rails is a good thing. They won't ask you to get on a track and put the car in neutral. At Hurricane Car Wash, you're in control. Just drive in, brake, and move forward. No more worrying about whether or not you're on the rail correctly or whether you're going to fall off halfway through. Just an easy, do-it-yourself peace of mind that you get with Hurricane Car Wash. Make it even easier on yourself when you download the Hurricane Car Wash app for free. Services like hand bays, autos, dog washes, and vacuums can all be paid for on the app. Just add the credit card info and use the services a la carte as you need them. Affordable convenience right at your fingertips with the Hurricane Car Wash app. They have 2 locations in Carthage and 1 in Webb City, and it works at all 3 locations. Download the app now for your next car wash and go off the rails in the best way possible. Visit hurricanecarwash.net for details. Hurricane Car Wash, your hometown car wash.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Radio infotainment live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. You're listening to News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's going to be partly sunny today. We're expecting a high of 65. Partly cloudy tonight. The overnight low down to 44. Partly sunny on Thursday with a high near 66. Mostly cloudy on Thursday night, 47. Partly sunny on Friday with a high near 63. Looking ahead all the way through Saturday night. Let me see, into Sunday. Yeah, even into Sunday, there's something missing. Actually, a couple things missing from the weather forecast.
Ted's invite to family game night?
Well, that's missing all the time. No, there's rain And severe weather is not mentioned at all.
Not at all?
Not at all in the
Oh,
forecast.
Looks like Mother Nature tuckered herself out finally.
By the way, yesterday we had fun doing severe weather coverage here on News Talk KZRG,
Steve,
you and I.
We always have fun doing severe weather coverage, not just yesterday.
And there was one time during the severe weather coverage that we had been on for probably about an hour and a half at that time doing the coverage. I said something on the air, and you gave me this deer in the headlight look.
Quite perplexed, a perplexed face? Is
It
that what you're
definitely
saying?
was. So
Okay.
I'm going to do a boomer to zoomer translation because you have done a lot of things from zoomer to boomer translations for
that's
me
true.
over the years. Like you give me a lot of deets on that.
That is true.
But yeah, when I made the comment yesterday that I needed to wet my whistle, you were going, huh?
I think I might have even said something. I said
You
weird.
did.
I said weird phrasing, but okay.
From boomer to zoomer. Boomer means when you say, I need to wet my whistle. My mouth had gotten dry. I needed to kind of either get a drink, which I didn't have anything in the control room at the time where I could take a swig. I just needed to pause for a little bit to get a little moisture in my mouth because it had gone dry because I'd been talking so long. I mean, it was almost like the look that you gave me was like priceless. It's like getting a MasterCard.
I was dumbfounded at that. Okay,
Very
so
stupid founded.
yeah. Okay, so wet your whistle. That's the boomer phrase for I need to get a drink.
Get a drink or
Okay.
get some moisture in the mouth.
Now I'm going to do a zoomer translation for that. Instead of wet my whistle, we would say something like, "Ayo, bro, no cap, straight up need some drink." That would be the zoomer version.
And now you're getting the same look you gave me back.
So
I just wanted to mention that. It's
I
wet
appreciate
your whistle, and you remember that when I said wet my whistle.
I will moving forward. I appreciate the edification, Steve. All right. KZRG News Time 6:15. By the way, Chris Plant joining us at 9, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at 11, Sean Hannity at 2, Mark Levin at 5, The Vin Show at 8, and of course, who could forget Joe Pags at 11? Well, as Steve had mentioned, clear skies. No mention of rain or severe weather moving forward.
There's a little bit of clouds on our KZRG eye in the sky right now, but the sun is, as usual, as one of our listeners pointed out to us on our live stream, brought to you by
Fast Monkey Auto and Liberty Tree Guns.
the other day. They said the sun always rises.
That is true, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But in any case, with this lovely weather that we are starting to face, the Route 66 Carthage Farmers Market is having their grand opening this Saturday, May 2nd. Boy, it's a good thing they didn't do it last Saturday when News Talk KZRG broke in for live severe weather coverage.
True.
Because that would not have been very fun. Now, this is their seasonal kickoff event, and they're going to be hosting it in their new covered pavilion at 122 Grant Street in Carthage. Now, that's sort of near the Carthage Civil War Museum. The Pete's Convenience Store is right near those. Habanero's Mexican Grill is right in that area in Carthage. So just to sort of give you an idea of where that's located. But yeah, it's their new covered pavilion, which is pretty sweet because before then they just did it outside. So if it was hot, sucks to sucks. If it was cold, sucks to suck. But not now.
If it's bright and sunshiny, you could get a sunburn or
you get a sunburn. Yeah, but now they have their covered pavilion, which provides at least a little bit element coverage, which is nice. So that's pretty sweet. Now this, like I said, it's their inaugural Route 66 Farmers Market event, spelled ROOT.
Yes, I love that. They want to make sure you don't say route like you do all the time because you're California slang.
It's true. Well, no, I think it's a play on words because it's a farmer's market. So it's root, like plants, like produce.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You plant a seed and it has to get root before it grows to the top.
Yeah, that's true. Little science for you there. So there you have it. So yeah, it's happening this Saturday from 8 in the morning to around noon. They're going to have live music, food trucks, giveaways. There's going to be some kids activities. I mean, it's like any other farmer's market. It's going to be a blast, right?
Yeah,
Nothing
it
wrong
could
with that.
be. Great blast.
So it's a come and go as you please event, totally free. You can show up for $0 and 0 cents. You can purchase absolutely nothing, have a good time and leave, or you can show up for $0 and 0 cents, and support the local economy by buying some locally sourced fresh produce and or some tchotchkes that they tend to sell there.
That's right. There's going to be live music, food trucks, giveaways, kids' activities, and more. I love that and more. It's always great.
Oh, always. And you know what the great thing about the and more is it really appeals to the gamblers because who knows what's going to be there. Maybe it's going to be $1 billion. Oh, I'm itching.
Big bucks. No whammy. No whammy.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, for the Carthage peeps out in the 4 states area, you hear us talk all the time about farmers markets that are going on in Joplin or Webb City or Neosho. You know, we talk about the Empire Market in Joplin all the time. And if you've been getting FOMO for the last handful of weeks here,
no
good
cap.
news. Yeah. No, what's that?
No cap.
No cap. Yeah.
On FOMO.
No. Actually, we are going to cap out your FOMO because now you don't need to have FOMO because you're going to have your own fun.
I need foam, though.
Mo?
Foam.
Mo foam.
Mo foam.
Mo foam. All right. Moving on from there. Other big news for Carthage. Carthage has a lot going on this week.
Really? Yeah, they do.
The Carthage Public Library is hosting a traveling exhibition from May 5th to May 28th. And who doesn't love a good old-fashioned traveling expedition?
That's true, especially if it stays put for just a few days in one place.
Yeah.
I love it. Traveling as you're looking at it.
I love a good old exhibition. Those are always really solid.
Be careful now. You're walking on kind of shaky ground.
What do you mean? What's wrong with exhibitions? You engage in a lot of
in trouble.
You engage in a lot of exhibitions. I heard from Mrs.
Can get
Steve.
you in trouble.
I heard from Mrs. Steve she wasn't too happy with you about all your exhibitions that you've been engaging in.
No, that's inhibitions.
Traveling.
Inhibitions.
Inhibitions. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, in any case, yeah, what this is it's produced by the State Historical Society Missouri. It's a 9-panel display, and it is showcasing 100 years of American history.
You mean Route 66 is 100 years old this year?
Look at that. The Mother Road, huh?
Wow.
Yo mama's so old.
How old is she?
She made a Centennial Road after her. Are they named?
No? I'm not going to put the boo in there, but that was kind of borderline.
Borderline? All right, thanks. In any case, so this is what's going on. Now, that exhibition is going to be on the library's second floor in the reference department, which is, I mean, let's be honest. Everyone's favorite part of the library is the reference department. It's where you go to reference things.
Yeah, refer to it.
Well, precisely, yeah.
And whenever you fill out a resume or a resume, you put down...
You know why they call it a resume, right?
Because you stopped doing it there.
Well, because you would like to resume employment.
That's
so
right.
Here's my piece of paper that explains why I should resume having a job. In any case, so that's what's going on. So you can. Oh, and by the way, if you go to it at the Carthage Public Library from May 5th to May 28th, you can register for a chance to win one of 2 gift baskets full of Route 66 books and puzzles and merch and paraphernalia and, not of the drug type, just the regular type.
Not are they just a gift basket, they're exceptional gift baskets.
Exceptional?
You forgot to mention that.
Oh, my gosh.
They are exceptional.
So.
It says that right in the script.
So, sprint to the Carthage Public Library for these exceptional
Don't
gift
Verizon
baskets.
over there. Don't AT&T there. Sprint over. I deserve that.
Although I will say that was a pretty decent phone carrier reference. Perhaps you've been spending a lot of time at the reference department in the Carthage Public Library.
No, it's called sleep deprivation.
Yeah, I think that's more likely. KZRG News Time, 6:20.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Former FBI Director James Comey is now being charged with knowingly and willfully making a threat to take the life or inflict bodily harm upon the President of the United States. This for posting a photo online of the numbers 86 and 47 in the same picture.
Number 2.
Speaking of the FBI raided more than 20 locations in Minneapolis in relation to Somali-owned daycare fraud. One of the places that was raided was the famed Quality Leering Center. Could we see some perp walks, please?
Number 1.
The suspect who attempted to kill the President of the United States over the weekend now facing life in prison if convicted. He's also being charged with transportation of a firearm and ammunition in the interstate commerce with intent to commit a felony.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What are your thoughts on former FBI Director Comey being charged for making threats to the president? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page. News Talk KZRG on Facebook. John said it feels about as satisfying as giving a parking ticket to a mob boss.
I think James Comey is going to try to 86 the charges.
All right, I'll give you that one. That was very funny, Steve. Carrie says this is just the tip of the iceberg. What are your thoughts on these charges on former FBI Director James Comey? Coming up, what's going on with your money on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We had a rough day yesterday, but now the rain is gone. Cooler and drier air showing up today, and it hangs around for the next couple of days. There's no signs of any rain through the weekend. It's a dry day, a few clouds, 65 this afternoon. Cool tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow, 66, 65 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Hinkle's Ace Hardware, they've got what you need there. They'll make you feel welcome and help you get the job done.
Is that the smell of victory? At Hinkle's Ace Hardware, we know that every great backyard hero needs the right tools. That's why we've stocked up on the biggest names in the game, from the iconic sear of a Weber to the ceramic versatility of the Big Green Egg. Looking for that wood-fired flavor? Check out our selection of Traeger and our newest line, RecTech pellet grills. And don't forget the secret ingredient. We have a massive wall of unique spices, sauces, and rubs from brands like Bear & Burton and Meat Church that you won't find anywhere else. And here's the best part. We offer free delivery and free assembly on all grills, $3.99 and up. Shop with the experts in-store at Hinkle's Ace Hardware or browse the full lineup online at acehardware.com. At Hinkle's, we build it, we bring it, you just grill it.
Neighbors helping neighbors, Hinkle's Ace Hardware Store.
Is your ring getting too tight? Grandma's antique looking a little well-loved? At Como Jewelry, we fix it all right here in-house. From simple repairs to full heirloom restorations, our experts bring the sparkle back. And if you're dreaming up something completely original, we can custom create a one-of-a-kind piece from scratch, designed just for you. Come see us in Pittsburgh or at our shiny new Joplin store at 3401 North Rangeline. Como Jewelry, your jeweler for a lifetime, and your jewelry's best friend.
It started out small, a missed word here, a repeated sentence there, turning the TV up just a little more. But those little moments add up to missed conversations, strained relationships, and a disconnect from the world around you. It's time to reconnect and re-engage with your life and loved ones with hearing aids from Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center. Mid-America Hearing Center believes the first step should be easy and pressure-free, so they offer free comprehensive hearing exams and cognitive screenings, so you can find out how your hearing is affecting you and how you can improve it starting now. And if you do need hearing support, they won't stop at fitting you with technology. They provide continued aftercare and testing to make sure your hearing aids are working exactly as they should. Don't miss another moment. Mid-America Hearing Center, just off I-44 on exit 44 and at midamericahearing.com.
Best for less in a day, Mid-America Hearing Center.
They call him a gentle giant, the protector. Thinks he's a lap dog, even though only half his body fits. Takes up the entire couch when he naps and drools a lot. You love your big, furry friend, but what you don't love is smell. Heavy skin oils, thick coats, and yes, drool can cause a stink that lingers on everything. Take your big, furry friend to All Dogs Dream today and say bye-bye smell and hello to a fresh blowout. Neatly trimmed nails and clean, clear ears. Dealing with tangled, matted fur? All Dogs Dream can help with that too. They can take your pet from shaggy and overgrown to refined, fresh, and styled to the last whisker. Because when your gentle giant is clean, fresh, and properly groomed, the couch smells better, the house feels fresher, and the cuddles get a whole lot closer. That's the All Dogs Dream difference. Call All Dogs Dream to schedule your pet's next grooming appointment today. And be sure to ask about their Friday Big Dog Deals. Or book online at alldogsdream.com. All Dogs Dream, just north of Neosho on Gateway Drive.
I'm Nicole Murray with your money now. Oil prices are up this morning by more than 3% as Iran war worries keep markets on edge, with the Strait of Hormuz staying shut. West Texas Intermediate currently hovering at roughly 103, Brent at nearly 115. The Pentagon is expanding the list of AI labs it's working with after blacklisting Anthropic. The Pentagon's chief digital and artificial intelligence officer, Cameron Stanley, said on CNBC, quote, over-reliance on one vendor is never a good thing. The DoD has tapped Google's Gemini for classified work. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, the world's largest contract chip maker, has sold its remaining stake in ARM Holdings. A company filing says that its subsidiary, TSMC Partners, sold just over 1.1 million ARM shares at $207.65 each for a total of about $231 million. Futures are mixed ahead of the Fed decision later this afternoon. On Tuesday, the Dow Industrials lost 25. That's your money now.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code QUICK to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code QUICK to borrow up to $10,000. Use code QUICK to borrow up to $10,000.
Want to know what's really going on? Then join me, Chris Plant, every weekday from 9 to 11 on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 6:30, Chris Plant joining us at 9. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at 11. It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Ted Bojorquez.
Steve Scott. And guess what? No rain, no severe weather in the forecast for at least through Sunday, possibly even longer.
Nice.
Finally, a chance to kind of rest up a little bit and not have to worry about listening for severe weather updates all day long. Going to be partly sunny today with the high near 65. Tonight, partly cloudy. The overnight low down to 44. We're actually a little bit below normal right now on our temperature-wise. Partly sunny tomorrow with a high near 66. 47, mostly cloudy tomorrow night. Partly sunny on Friday, 63. It's going to be sunny and 66 on Saturday. Sunny and 76. Oh, we're going to be back to normal on Sunday, so at least we'll be nice and normal on one of the weekend days.
Steve, you're talking to me here. I'm never normal. What are you talking about?
Boy, no truer words were ever spoken. Have you ever thought about putting that on Truth Social?
It's the truth.
Okay, with social.
The big true. All right. Hey, coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes here at around 6:40. Somebody was shot in one of our local communities. This is a very serious matter. We have the details for you coming up in less than 10 minutes on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
At 6:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. A king visits the White House.
Indicted again.
Ukraine shooting down drones. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Heading for a high of 65, your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 6:38. A little bit of sunshine, a little bit of clouds. It is 46 in Neosho, 45 in Pittsburgh, 45 in Diamond, 45 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG.
President Trump joining King Charles and Queen Camilla for a state dinner in Washington as a part of the royals' trip to the United States.
This was the first white tie state dinner since George W. Bush hosted Queen Elizabeth back in 2007, so this capping off a day filled with pageantry. The dinner was another moment for King Charles to highlight the shared history between the U.S. and the UK as he tries to repair the strained ties between the two nations. The belt, for instance, that the king gifted the president was from a former World War II British submarine, emphasizing the importance of military cooperation. The king touting the significance of NATO as President Trump criticizes the alliance for refusing to participate in the battle against Iran.
That was Madeline Rivera. Former FBI Director James Comey, oh boy, he's facing a second round of Justice Department indictments.
Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche said a picture Comey posted, shells on a beach made to read 8647, had criminal intent.
To take the life of and to inflict bodily harm upon the President of the United States.
A second charge was also for posting the photo using interstate and foreign commerce. Comey responded via Substack to the legal action, saying he's still innocent.
And I still believe in the independent federal judiciary, so let's go.
Comey had a prior federal indictment thrown out last year because a judge said an improperly appointed prosecutor brought that action. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Ukraine shot down a record number of Russian drones last month.
Interceptor systems helped Ukraine take down more than 33,000 drones in March, the highest monthly figure since Russia launched its full-scale invasion 4 years ago. Ukraine's developed cutting-edge anti-drone technology in the face of the Russian onslaught. Middle East and Gulf countries have sought help from Kyiv's experts during the current Iran war. Ukraine's defense ministry says its offensive arsenal has also improved. We're told the country's forces have more than doubled the range of their deep strike capabilities since February 2022. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
45 with sunshine and a mix of some clouds. 6:33 News Talk, KZRG.
The Joplin Police Department now using an intercept body scanner at the Joplin City Jail. News Talk KZRG's Steve Smith with more.
The scanner, which resembles a TSA scanner, helps prevent overdoses of drugs, including fentanyl, in jails nationwide. Inmates are checked when being processed and as needed. The Joplin City Council approved spending for the body scanner back in 2025. You can read all about it online at newstalkkzrg.com. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Meanwhile, a man from Carthage now being charged in federal court with being a felon in possession of a firearm. Now, he may be changing his plea. 33-year-old Philip Jordan Nisi was accused of possessing weapons back on September 17th of last year. That's the day he was arrested in Joplin and was later charged with drug trafficking, unlawful use of a weapon, and unlawful possession of a firearm. A change of plea hearing in that case is slated for May 6th at U.S. District Court in Springfield. It is currently 45 in Joplin at 6:35. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, News Talk KZRG. Well, the Route 66 Carthage Farmers Market excited to announce its grand opening coming up this Saturday, May 2nd. It's celebrating not only just its grand opening, but also a major upgrade with their move to a new covered pavilion at 122 Grant Street in Carthage, sort of near the Civil War Museum. The 4-hour grand opening celebration will feature live music, food trucks, giveaways, kids' activities, and more. It's from 8 in the morning to 12 noon this Saturday. It's totally free and open to the public. All the details inside of the KZRG app. Well, the happiest place on earth implements a controversial technology to try and root out ticket fraud.
Disneyland is deploying facial recognition at many of its entrance lanes, scanning the faces of parkgoers and comparing it to images taken when a customer first used their ticket. The goal is to speed up entry and prevent things like annual pass sharing. Opponents are concerned about the biometric tracking and possible privacy violations. But Disney says it takes the security, integrity, and confidentiality of guest data seriously, noting that the data will be deleted in 30 days. It joins numerous sports and entertainment venues already using face scanning technology. Sue Guzman, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk KZRG.
We've got a massive shout out for the Missouri Southern Track and Field Squad. The Lions just absolutely dominated the final MIAA Weekly Honors, sweeping the awards. Huge congratulations to Jamel Williams and Dalen Vanderen for both being named Outdoor Field Athlete of the Week in their respective divisions. Over in the majors, the Kansas City Royals are officially rolling. They outlasted the Athletics 4-1 in a 10-inning thriller yesterday, officially extending their current win streak to 4 straight games. Meanwhile, the bats were red hot for the Redbirds. The Cardinals handled their business, taking Game 2 of the series against the Pirates in an 11-7 slugfest. They're looking to keep that momentum going in Game 3 tonight with first pitch at 5:40. Catch all the action on AM 1230, The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news is a service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Need to turn your gold and silver into cash? Get top dollar directly from the refiner and buy gold and silver bullion at Galena Liberty Pawn, South Main Street in Galena. I'm Ted Bajorquez along with Steve Scott. Next, news in less than 30 minutes. Breaking news as it happens on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker. It's News Talk KZRG. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We had a rough day yesterday, but now the rain is gone. Cooler and drier air showing up today, and it hangs around for the next couple of days. There's no signs of any rain through the weekend. It's a dry day, a few clouds, 65 this afternoon. Cool tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow, 66, 65 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
It's currently 45 in Joplin, 45 in Pittsburgh, 46 in Miami, 46 in Neosho. No chance of rain or severe weather in the forecast today. Hey, that's a nice little shakeup for the week. 100 weather updates every 24 hours on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker. News Talk KZRG. KZRG News Time, 6:38.
We need to replace the flooring immediately. It's worn out and embarrassing.
No, the AC should take priority. It's on its last leg.
Can we do both?
How? Are you selling a kidney?
We could refinance the house.
Whoa, no way. We'll lose our good interest rate. I'd rather you sell a kidney.
You can complete all of those home improvement projects without losing your rate with Community Bank and Trust. With a home equity loan or line of credit, you can update the bathroom, do the add-on, or get that new heat and air unit without giving up your great mortgage rate. CBT has a variety of options with low costs and very competitive interest rates. Plus, they can work out payment plans that fit into your budget. See what your home's equity could do for you with a home equity loan or line of credit from Community Bank and Trust. Get started at one of the local employee-owned CBT locations or at cbthomebank.com. Community Bank and Trust, where trust is so important, it's in our name. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 580491.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Doc. Good morning, Isaac. I'm sorry, Ike Man Breezy.
Yeah, show some respect, Steve. Yeah, how's everyone doing this morning?
It was nice getting a lot of sleep without having crashing and booming all night long.
I know, right?
My name is Addison. I'm
sort of an odd, not per unusual situation as of this week.
Patients go every 6 months who have not been in several years, who are afraid to be judged for what's going on in their mouth, and patients who have that confident, healthy smile. We're a judgment-free place because I have patients come in all the time and tell me, like, I don't want to be here. We're not here to judge them, that we're here to help them and get them back on track. And Dr. Lemus is very good about being straightforward with what's needed, and then we go to Joyce and talk with her, and she goes over the treatment plans and help them get the plan established.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin. Welcome to the neighborhood practice for your whole.
More at teamdentalofjoplin.com.
Team Dental of Joplin, your neighborhood practice for your whole family.
Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Tonight at 8, right after Mark Levin, we'll break down the news, connect the dots, and give you the real story on News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Going to be partly sunny today. We're expecting a high of 65. Tomorrow, partly sunny and 66. Partly sunny on Friday, 63. Sunny on Saturday and 66. And the nighttime lows are going to be mostly in the 40s with one exception. Friday night, partly cloudy with the low of 39.
39?
Yeah, 39 on Friday night. And holding.
And holding, you say?
Yeah, that's a boomer joke.
Oh.
Because a late comedian named Jack Benny was saying he was famously 39 years old and holding all the time.
Oh, I thought it was a boomer joke in that it was so funny that the sound of laughter from the 4 states area
it was booming.
boomed.
Yeah, but hey, listen, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith will be joining us at 7:25. I can't wait to hear the good news from her.
The good news?
Yeah, about the weather.
Oh, I thought she's announcing she is getting a new kitten or something. That'd be great news.
Well, that would be great news, but no, I haven't heard that. We'll have to ask her.
Mm-hmm. Well, quite the opposite of good news here. Unfortunately, to bring the mood down a little bit, some bad news, some very serious news. There was a shooting in Newton County, in Fairview. Now, Fairview is a relatively small town, but it is a member of the 4 states family. It's southeast of Neosho, sort of near Purdy, Monette, that kind of area. Now, this happened on Monday, just a few days ago, and it was pretty harrowing, in my opinion, because, I mean, first responders, they were hanging out, and they literally got a call on Monday that said shots were fired in a house, and immediately after, a car zoomed away from that house. That's all law enforcement knew.
Oh, boy.
And they had to run towards those gunshots, not knowing what exactly went down, how many guns were in play, how many people are involved, where that car was going after it led the house. Was it lurking? They weren't sure. Can you imagine going to work every day and that's the situation? You just get a phone call from your boss saying, hey, someone was shot, somebody else fled and is just zooming around like a madman somewhere in the area. Have fun. Be safe. Good luck. That's an insane Monday workday, no?
Yeah, it really is insane. It's almost like something you'd send us to.
Yeah. With wearing the KZRG Kevlar that we have in all of the news cruisers, of course.
We do? I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's.
Oh, wait a minute. It's for you, but not for me. Gee, thanks.
Yeah, exactly. Now, that's all police had to go on. They then showed up, and they found a victim in the home, shot in the arm.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. They then immediately got to work trying to find the perp, which they did in relatively quick order from all accounts. They were able to nab 31-year-old Tyler Coda Milliken. Now, Tyler, this guy, this individual, now being charged with first-degree assault. I'd say he shot someone, allegedly, innocent until proven guilty, unlawful use of a weapon, armed criminal action, and unlawful possession of a firearm. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Go ahead, Steve.
Well, I was going to say, you know the reason for the unlawful possession of a firearm, don't you?
Lay it on us.
Back in 2018, he was found guilty of a felony, which made it unlawful for him to own a firearm and possess it.
And yet he had one. Huh.
That's amazing. It's almost like somebody doesn't like to stay with the law.
Yeah, it's almost like criminals will break the law whether that law is don't shoot people in the arm or that law is you're not allowed to have a gun because you're a felon. That's interesting. So when the left says gun laws, gun laws, gun laws, we need to track every gun owner and every bullet they own, and we need to freeze their bank accounts, and we need to follow them and know everything lawful gun owners are doing because the criminals might get them. Well, it looks like they're going to get them either way, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Seems like a little bit of a gap in the logic of the whole far left get rid of the Second Amendment crowd, no?
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you 100%. They need to 86 that movement.
Nice callback. We'll be talking about that at 8:10, by the way. A little bit of information about the FBI Director, James Comey. But in any case, that's the dealio. Now, this dude, he was arrested. He is being charged on this. Innocent until proven guilty. We don't know if it was him or not. But the Newton County Sheriff's Office, they are working on it as we speak. So that's awesome. KZRG News Time just after 6:45. Something else I wanted to talk to you about this morning here in the 4 states area. We had this in the last newscast. It was actually our kicker about Disneyland. I want to play for you this audio again. And I do, as you're driving around, get the open mic message ready here because I do want to hear your thoughts on it. This is a pretty gnarly story. Take a listen to this.
Disneyland is deploying facial recognition at many of its entrance lanes, scanning the faces of parkgoers and comparing it to images taken when a customer first used their ticket. The goal is to speed up entry and prevent things like annual pass sharing. Opponents are concerned about the biometric tracking and possible privacy violations. But Disney says it takes the security, integrity, and confidentiality of guest data seriously, noting that the data will be deleted in 30 days. It joins numerous sports and entertainment venues already using face scanning technology.
So, quick translation here, bringing it down to layman's terms for you here. Basically, this international multi-billion-dollar corporation that is becoming very quickly a monopoly on the entertainment industry, so worried are they that someone might share a ticket, that they might not get the income of a single ticket because, Disney is so strapped for cash these days that they are implementing face scanning. They are going to siphon off your facial and biometric data, and they're going to have it in the name of protecting their income from a single ticket being stolen.
But they're only keeping it for 30 days. That's it. Only 30 days. So if you don't go there every 30 days, then you're safe.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Definitely. No, because no international corporation has ever sold anyone's data to big tech to then be used to spy on by advertisers and or governments.
Or cookies.
Or the Cookie Monster might come for you.
Love cookies.
And what's scarier than being hunted down by the Cookie Monster and Elmo's goldfish?
That's
Nothing.
true. That's true.
Nothing is scarier than that.
This kind of sounds to me like I'm wondering if they're going to start taking pictures of people that are applying for Disney Plus or ESPN paywalls. If they have to have a picture so that whenever you put in your passcode that they have a picture of you to make sure you're not sharing your passwords.
Yeah, that and your thumbprint, and you need to submit
retina scan.
A retinal scan. You need to submit a cotton swab of your saliva sample. Send that into Disney as well, just so that way you don't share a ticket.
Do like when you take a COVID test. Stick it up your nose and swirl it around. That'd be good.
Mickey Mouse is going to come to your house, punch you in the nose till you bleed, and then collect some of the blood and then send that in for sampling.
Yeah.
And then you can get a Disney Plus pass.
This plan really sounds a little bit Mickey Mouse to me.
It sounds the most dystopian thing ever. George Orwell warned about Big Brother in the form of the government, and while that is still a valid concern, one we should heed very dearly, it sounds to me more like these private for-profit entities, i.e. Disney, might become the Big Brother. It sounds to me like that is the concern.
This almost sounds a little bit like the flock readers for license plates. It's kind of like
interesting.
It's kind of like moving it into the private industry.
Yeah.
Except for it's using faces instead of license plate numbers.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and what's interesting is I feel like there's already kind of been this I don't know if this is appropriate language or not, but sort of this perverse commingling of the private industry and the government already that's been going on. What between the Biden administration trying to coerce big tech companies to censor Americans' free speech online, or from my understanding, and I'll fact check this here, but I'm pretty sure the flock Flock cameras, while they are used by law enforcement, I think that it's a private company. Flock, the company, is a private entity.
I believe it is as well.
So there's already sort of that sort of commingling going on there.
Yeah.
Sort of incestuous, perhaps, sort of dealio. Or maybe not. What are your thoughts, though, on this idea of Disney installing facial recognition camera software at its parks so that way somebody doesn't steal a ticket from them? Oh, poor Disney. What are they going to do? They have billions of dollars.
They might lose $200.
Oh, no, not $200.
Oh, no.
Which is crazy because they don't even make money off the tickets. You know where they make money off
Are
of?
the tickets as cheap as $200 or are they higher than that?
They actually might be higher.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is that that's not where they get their money. They get their money from their $45 chicken nuggets that they sell there. So it's not even, I mean.
$45 chicken nuggets?
I'm being facetious, but you get my point. The point is that all of the sustenance in that park is unbelievably expensive, and that is where they're cooping in all that money. So this idea, this pretense that they're so worried about people stealing tickets.
Now they're going to use your facial recognition to track how many chicken nuggets you eat.
Yeah, and pretty soon that's going to be sold to a third-party company.
They'll
and
be
then
selling it to Tyson.
And they'll sell it to Tyson. And then they're going to
sell. Or maybe
sell.
to Kentucky Fried Chicken or Chick-fil-A. Oh, no.
The Colonel's coming for you. He's coming right for you.
Or maybe the cow that says eat more chicken will be coming after you as well.
Maybe. KZRG News Time, 6:50.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Former FBI Director James Comey now being charged with knowingly and willfully making a threat to take the life or to inflict bodily harm upon the President of the United States. This for posting a photo online of the numbers 86 and 47.
Number 2.
Speaking of the FBI, they raided more than 20 locations in Minneapolis in relation to Somali-owned daycare fraud. One of the places that was raided was the famed Quality Leering Center. Could we see some perp walks, please?
They learned a lot about leering there.
Yes. They leered a lot. The suspect who attempted to kill the President of the United States over the weekend now facing life in prison if convicted. He's also being charged with transportation of a firearm and ammunition in interstate commerce with intent to commit a felony.
Hey, by the way, we're not supposed to do this, but this is kind of neat. Steve Doocy with Fox News is currently in Baxter Springs, Kansas. Hey.
Wow.
Look at that. That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Shout out to Baxter Springs. Hopefully that Baxter Springs isn't looking too rough from that severe weather we had yesterday, but
I hope not either.
It's pretty cool.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What are your thoughts on those charges filed against former FBI Director James Comey? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. Coming up, what's going on with Sean Hannity's Morning Minute on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We had a rough day yesterday, but now the rain is gone. Cooler and drier air showing up today, and it hangs around for the next couple of days. There's no signs of any rain through the weekend. It's a dry day, a few clouds, 65 this afternoon. Cool tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow, 66, 65 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
At Cotty College, you don't get lost in the shuffle. You're known, challenged, empowered, ranked as one of the top 10 colleges in the...
Good morning, everybody. Doc is here. Isaac, good morning, sir. Tim, what's going on, man? Jody, we got the Queen's Wave for Jody. Yeah, no, kind of cool that Steve Doocy's in Baxter Springs, Kansas. It looks like I'm curious now if he's going to be making his way through Joplin or not.
I've got a riddle for you. Sure.
I hope he is, because that'd be pretty sweet.
Covered in maple leaves. Carthage Family Dental? That's right. Joplin Family Dental has expanded and opened a brand new location in Carthage. We're welcoming new patients and making appointments now. And if you've ever wanted to try sedation dentistry, now's the time. During March and April, new patients who qualify can receive...
I wonder, because I know he's going to be going to Springfield next, so I wonder Hope if he's going to roll through Joplin. No offense to Baxter Springs. I don't know why he didn't come through Joplin to begin with.
Now we'll be exactly where you need us in Carthage, too, at 2337 Bear Lawn Drive.
Call and schedule an appointment at Carthage Family Dental.
Or find more information at FamilyDentalofCarthage.com.
Where did you get that smile? Joplin Family Dental. Hinkles, Ace Hardware. They got what you need there. They'll make you feel welcome. They'll help you get the job done.
Is that the smell of victory? At Hinkles Ace Hardware, we know that every great backyard hero needs the right tools. That's why we've stocked up on the biggest names in the game, from the iconic sear of a Weber to the ceramic versatility of the Big Green Egg. Looking for that wood-fired flavor? Check out our selection of Traeger and our newest line, Rectech pellet grills. And don't forget the secret ingredient. We have a massive wall of unique spices, sauces, and rubs from brands like Bear & Burton and Meat Church that you won't find anywhere else. And here's the best part. We offer free delivery and free assembly on all grills, $3.99 and up. Shop with the experts in-store at Hinkles Ace Hardware or browse the full lineup online at acehardware.com. At Hinkles, we build it.
You just grill it.
Neighbors helping neighbors. Hinkles Ace Hardware Store.
Your morning cup of Sean. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Critical Threats Project at the American Enterprise Institute think tank estimates that Tehran will likely has until April 29th, tomorrow, before its onshore storage facilities are filled. I actually think it's probably time for the president to start saying, okay, we're going to take out 10% of infrastructure every 3 days until you finally give in. Because at some point, they're going to realize this is now permanent damage. They won't have an economy. Their odds of survival are that much lower. If we were able to factor in arming the people in Iran so they can fight back with something instead of a slingshot or throwing a rock at armed Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, I think that would be helpful as well.
The Conservative Underground meets later today on the Sean Hannity Show.
You know, paying $70, $80, $90 a month to big wireless companies, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, for unlimited data, that is insanity, especially when Pure Talk, a veteran-owned company, my wireless company, they will give you unlimited high-speed data for just $34.99 a month. That's unlimited high-speed data at Pure Talk. Used to start at $55 a month, but because Pure Talk, they're constantly pushing to give you more for less. Right now, unlimited high-speed data, $34.99 a month. Remember, they use the same cell towers as all these overpriced big carriers. You get the exact same service. Now, their U.S. customer service team is standing by to help you make the switch. It's simple, it's fast, it's easy. You dial pound 250 on your cell. You say the keyword "save now" and claim unlimited high-speed data for just $34.99. Pound 250, keyword "save now." Make the switch to my wireless company, America's wireless company, Pure Talk. Hey, your friend Sean Hannity here. Every weekday starting at 2, I am live on FM 102.9 and AM 1310 News Talk KZRG. Tune in. Stay up to date.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's going to be sunny today, and the high of only 64. Tomorrow, partly sunny, 66. 63 and partly sunny on Friday. 66 and sunny on Saturday. And Sunday is going to warm back up to about normal temperatures.
Coming up in less than 10 minutes, the FBI raids the Leering Center in Minnesota.
The four states news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 7 o'clock.
The Secret Service director has some explaining to do. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Days after the attack at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, Sean Curran will talk to the House Oversight Committee. It's Republican Chairman James Comer tells Fox.
We don't want to criticize the Secret Service. We want to make the Secret Service better because we have a lot of people that we have to protect.
Curran met with lawmakers on Monday where he maintained the security plan that his agency had put together for the dinner
worked. But there are ongoing questions about whether the Secret Service should change its security posture.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. The suspected attacker, Cole Allen, is due back in court tomorrow. One of the charges he faces is attempting to assassinate the president. Former FBI Director James Comey is also charged with threatening the president, indicted over a picture he posted on Instagram last year of seashells on a beach that formed 8647. 86, a slang term that could mean remove or kill. 47, a potential Trump reference. But Comey's defiant, reacting to the charges on Substack.
Nothing has changed with me. I'm still innocent. I'm still not afraid. And I still believe in the independent federal judiciary, so let's go.
The first Comey indictment alleging he lied to Congress was dismissed by a federal judge questioning the legality of the appointment of the U.S. attorney. War Secretary Pete Hegseth will testify at a House hearing in 2 hours about the military budget, expected to face a lot of questions, especially from Democrats, on the Iran conflict. After President Trump posted this on Truth Social at 4 o'clock this morning.
Iran can't get their act together. They don't know how to sign a non-nuclear deal. They better get smart soon. Perhaps a reference to reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Now, the Wall Street Journal reporting Trump tells aides to prepare for extended blockade of Iran.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson in Dubai last night. President Trump again vowed Iran can't have a nuclear weapon during a white tie state dinner honoring Britain's King Charles.
I offer a toast to 250 years of American freedom, and very importantly, to a great man, His Majesty.
America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, we're heading for a high of 65. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 7:08. Sunshine, a few clouds mixed in. It's 45 Neosho, 45 in Pittsburgh, 43 in Baxter Springs, 43 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9, and on your smart speaker. News Talk, KZRG. The Joplin Police Department now using an Intercept body scanner at the Joplin City Jail.
The scanner, which resembles a TSA scanner, helps prevent overdoses of drugs, including fentanyl, in jails nationwide. Inmates are checked when being processed and as needed. The Joplin City Council approved spending for the body scanner back in 2025. You can read all about it online at newstalkkzrg.com. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
The Missouri legislature has passed a wide-ranging military bill. Elisa Nelson with more.
Missouri lawmakers have sent the governor a bill that would give the National Guard new authority to assist with cybersecurity prevention and response for state and local purposes. The legislation would also strengthen and update National Guard protections, including reemployment rights and health insurance coverage during extended state duty. It is sponsored by State Representative Bill Hardwick of Dixon. Elisa Nelson, MissouriNet.
After new violence raised concerns about presidential security, a Missouri senator is wanting answers.
Republican U.S. Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri is urging Congress to hold a hearing after what authorities call a third apparent assassination attempt in less than 2 years on President Donald Trump. Hawley sent a letter to the Senate Homeland Security Committee following an incident at a Washington hotel hosting the White House Correspondents' Dinner. He says lawmakers need to review Secret Service resources, security failures, and whether past changes have been fully implemented. Matt Pilger, MissouriNet.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine, a few clouds, it's 7:04. News Talk, KZRG.
Law enforcement responding to a report of shots fired Monday in Newton County's Fairview. According to the probable cause statement, 3 shots were fired from an area of a residence, and then a car fled the scene. A victim was reportedly shot in the arm. 31-year-old Tyler Kodia Milliken was charged with first-degree assault, unlawful use of a weapon, armed criminal action, and unlawful possession of a firearm. Milliken was found guilty of a felony in 2018 that made it illegal for him to have a gun. The case is being worked by the Newton County Sheriff's Office.
On April 24th, the Newton County Sheriff's Office, working in conjunction with the Alliance of Southwest Missouri and the Newton County Community Coalition, conducted alcohol compliance checks at 15 locations across the county. Out of the 15 checks, 3 were closed at the time of the check, 3 failed, 9 passed. The 3 businesses that failed were C-Mart on Gateway Drive in Neosho, Dollar General on Highway 43 in Joplin, and Big Papa Quick Mart on South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
Big Papa?
Yeah, you can read more inside the KZRG app. Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk, KZRG.
We've got a massive shout out for the Missouri Southern Track and Field Squad. The Lions just absolutely dominated the final MIAA Weekly Honors, sweeping the awards. Huge congratulations to Jamel Williams and Dalen Vanderen for both being named Outdoor Field Athlete of the Week in their respective divisions. Over in the majors, the Kansas City Royals are officially rolling. They outlasted the Athletics 4-1 in a 10-inning thriller yesterday, officially extending their current win streak to 4 straight games. Meanwhile, the bats were red hot for the Redbirds. The Cardinals handled their business, taking Game 2 of the series against the Pirates in an 11-7 slugfest. They're looking to keep that momentum going in Game 3 tonight with first pitch at 5:40. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news is service at Galena Liberty Pond. Need to turn your gold and silver into cash? Get top dollar directly from the refiner and buy gold and silver bullion at Galena Liberty Pond, South Main Street in Galena. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 7:30, breaking news. As it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. It's a dry day today. We're dry through the weekend. 65 today, 66 tomorrow, 65 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
A service of derailed commodity flooring and furniture. Get that new home feel when you complete your home improvement project with flooring and furniture from the professionals at your local derailed commodity flooring and furniture store.
The KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning showing no rain in the 4 states. It's 45 in Neosho with sunshine, 45 in Pittsburgh, 43 in Carl Junction, 43 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time 7:08.
Oh, what a beautiful day. The sun, the breeze.
What was that?
Don't look at it.
But the pile of leaves, they're laughing.
Don't engage, honey. You'll...
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, look. It's Mr. I'll fix you someday.
Who's in his house?
That's bad. I was a birthday gift 12 years ago.
Mama Austin, good morning.
Ha! No Marie Kondo for us. You'll never get rid of us.
Tim.
Don't wait until you're
Whereas Lucas, Lucas is no longer here, Tim, unfortunately.
Hey, I'm Claire.
And I'm Big
So
John
he
with
will
Big
not
John's
be
roll-off
joining
service.
us.
We'll drop off the right size
So
roll
yeah,
off
grim
for your
news, I
spring
know,
cleaning,
but
home
it is the
projects,
reality.
and yes,
So
contractors and business
we
job
won't go
sites
into it too much. But yeah, Lucas is no longer here.
417-540-0663 or go to Big John's roll-off.
But aside from that, did you guys have any severe weather damage at all? I had absolutely zero.
You need Big John's.
Other than damage to my sleep pattern, but that was to be expected. So,
I am Jason.
yeah, aside from that, we got some reports of flooding and whatnot, but nothing too crazy. Nothing,
For help navigating the insurance process.
we didn't see anything too nutty.
We offer special warranties, maintenance plans, and even financing options to take care of.
Come visit our showroom or visit our website, bridgewaterroofing.net.
What if this weekend you just took off? No packing stress, no hotel hassle, just you, the open.
By the way, we have a little meme for you when we get back on air here.
On the road to adventure, perfect for family road trips, quiet getaways, or a cross-country exploration. Easy to tow trailers to fully equipped motorhomes, you'll find the right camper for you and your budget at Cola RV, just north of I-44 and exit 22. So stop planning and start going.
Cola RV, family owned, family trusted. Your journey starts here.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Just one late night cookie.
A midnight snack for you? Harmless. But termites, they believe in the 24/7 snack. They never stop eating. Not at midnight, not in the morning, not while you're at work. And by the time you notice them, termites have likely already been there for months.
Hey, it's Doug and Rory from Bug Away Pest Control. We are the area's experts on termites. Protect your biggest asset with a call to Bug Away Pest Control before those 24/7 snackers eat you out of house and home.
We're the only pest control company in the area to offer Centricon, the #1 brand in termite protection.
We also now offer financing. And of course, it comes with Doug and Rory's pest-free guarantee.
Remember, if you don't see our logo, it's a no-go.
Make sure your home or business is protected and get started on a termite inspection today at bugawaypc.com.
We do exactly what we say. We keep the bugs away.
Customer satisfaction is our #1 goal at Bug Away Pest Control.
The latest is always heard on News Talk KZRG. Broadcasting from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio, this is News Talk KZRG. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Enjoy the sunshine today, tomorrow. Also coming up on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Wow, lots of sunshine. 65 today, 66 tomorrow, 63 on Friday, 66 on Saturday. And then on Sunday, that's when we get back to normal temperatures. The sunny with the high near 76 on Sunday. We're going to be talking with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith about this weather. That'll be at 7:25 this morning.
Mm-hmm. Well, yesterday, the King and Queen of England joined President Donald Trump along with First Lady Melania Trump. We weren't going to talk about it because, let's be honest, who cares about the King of England?
Well, I mean, look at it this way. They had protests all across the country saying no kings.
No kings, and yet one arrived.
And we had one to arrive.
It's sort of like Beetlejuice rules. The more you scream it, the more likely it is he shows up.
Beetlejuice.
No! Steve. That was so close. Well, really quickly here, the only thing I want to bring up, I happened to have caught this. The official White House X account yesterday posted a photo of Donald Trump with King Charles, and the caption was, "Two kings, king emoji."
That's great.
Yeah, the White House posted that. Hilarious. Rage bait at its finest. I will give this. Say what you will about President Donald Trump. He is the most internet savvy person I know, honestly. Maybe not him, but his staff. Whoever's running his page, because it's probably not him, but whoever's running the Trump account on Truth Social and the White House account on X.
I don't know. It could be from the Golden Throne at 3 a.m.
I certainly hope the president isn't tweeting at me on the toilet at 3 a.m.
Well, he used to. He even bragged about it.
Well, you know, Trump is famous for saying the quiet part out loud, so perhaps so. Yeah. But anyway, I thought that was pretty funny that the White House account posted a photo of them and said, "Two kings." Hilarious.
Mark my word, we're going to have more nationwide protests with no kings in it all across the country within a matter of days.
Yeah. KZRG News Time, 7:15. In other news, more than 20 locations in Minneapolis were raided just yesterday by federal authorities as they crack down on alleged fraud linked to Somali-owned businesses, notably in the child care sector. So, you know, the Leering Center.
I wonder if the Leering Center leered anything.
Well, they weren't leering into the future, I'll tell you that much, or they would have seen it coming, and apparently they didn't. So, basically, finally, we're getting some actual police action involved with this, again, alleged fraud going on in Minnesota, which is insanely nutty. Now, honestly, something like this is nuts because, again, it's about time. Now, a little bit of background here, if you're not familiar with the story. Very briefly, there is this internet sleuth named Nick Shirley. He went around and made a little YouTube video of him going and checking out all of these daycare centers that were being government subsidized. And that's the important detail here people miss, is the daycare centers he investigated were all on a government subsidy list. That's how we got their information, is it was made public because they were getting federal money, or I guess I should say state money that was provided by the feds, so federal money. He went and checked them out, and a lot of them looked incredibly sketchy. Turns out there may be an insane amount of fraud. And then as a sort of tertiary note, they all happen to be, or not all of them, but a lot of them happen to be owned by Somali migrants that came into the country and now suddenly are running a bunch of daycare centers and making a ton of money off of it.
If I remember correctly, there was a story that I saw back when this was being brought out a lot, that there was like one building that had 23 locations listed at the same address as a
23 daycare centers?
23 daycare centers at the same address.
And that address was just a P.O. box.
I think they actually had a street address.
No, I think it was.
But it was the same building. It was a small building, and there was nothing in the building.
Nothing except a lot of government money being funneled there.
No, they took the money and ran.
Took it and ran, yeah. Which, by the way, I have no problem with the idea. Well, I have some reserve, I should say. The idea of the federal government subsidizing childcare. There's an argument to be had. I'm not all in on it necessarily, but I think that there's a reasonable argument to have regarding programs like this. My issue with this is the fact that apparently there was no background checks for where this money was going, because a bunch of these places, as Steve mentioned, were all in one building, which is absurd, or just completely non-existent.
Kind of like the hospice centers out in California, where they had like 146 hospices listed in one address.
Were those being government subsidized?
Yes.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Was in the news within the last couple of days.
Yeah. So far, with cracking down on this alleged fraud, promises made, promises kept. They said that we would start seeing some actual action. They made that promise. Here it is. Got to give credit where credit's due. Now, we're not out of the woods yet, because at the end of the day, raids are all fun and dandy, and they make for great tweets. But the whole point and the ultimate goal is convictions and punishments doled out for those convictions. So just because we got the shiny object in front of us, these police raids, doesn't mean we should pump the brakes yet, because we still need to see these convictions. We still need to see this punishment.
You know what? I'm surprised that there weren't a bunch of protesters protesting and getting in the way of the FBI agents as they were doing the raids. I'm surprised because it's in the same town that they were doing all the protests about ICE.
Yeah, honestly, you're not wrong. That would have made sense if they went out and did that.
It would have,
but seemingly not.
They might have been afraid of getting arrested.
Possibly. Shifting gears here, we're going to talk more about this in less than 20 minutes here, because there's a whole nother angle to this police raid on all of these Leering centers in Minnesota with this fraud, a whole nother political angle, and we're going to be talking about that at around 7:40. But just a reminder, we spoke about this earlier this morning, but in case you missed it, the Route 66 Carthage Farmers Market having their grand opening this Saturday. So not only is it their grand opening in terms of it's their first of the season, but they are showing off their new duds. That's right. They have their new covered pavilion that they're hosting this farmers market in. The first time in the history of the farmers markets.
That's right.
Cool.
This new pavilion is really taking root. The silence was better.
Mm-hmm. It spoke volumes, did it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. It should have been this.
Actually, you're not wrong. Yeah, the Route 66 Pavilion really taking root. Thank you, Steve. So basically, this is a good old-fashioned farmer's market, but they have their new pavilion. It's located on 122 Grant Street in Carthage. That's sort of near the Carthage Civil War Museum. Pete's Convenience Store is in that area. It's right down the street, it's like 5 buildings away from Habanero's Mexican Grill is there, which is actually pretty good, by the way.
How did you pronounce that? Because you know Spanish.
It's pronounced grill. I know, it's a really tough Espanol word there, Steve.
Sí.
Uh-huh. KZRG News Time 720. The only words in Spanish Steve needs to know is "Donde está el baño?" and "Una margarito, por favor."
Just
wit,
one margarita, please.
See, look at that.
I'm picking up on that one. But I do know uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis. Pretty fly for a white guy.
That's true. KZRG News Time, 7:20.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
Former FBI Director James Comey now being charged with knowingly and willfully making a threat to take the life or inflict bodily harm upon the President of the United States. This for posting a photo online of the numbers 86 and 47.
Number 2.
Speaking of the FBI, they raided more than 20 locations in Minneapolis in relation to Somali-owned daycare fraud. One of the places that was raided was the famed Quality Leering Center. Could we see some perp walks, please?
Number 1.
The suspect who attempted to kill the President of the United States over the weekend, now facing life in prison if convicted. He's also being charged with transportation of a firearm and ammunition in interstate commerce with intent to commit a felony.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk, KZRG.
What are your thoughts on those charges against former FBI Director James Comey? We want to know. Text us at 417-782-1310 or leave us an open mic message. Coming up in less than 5 minutes, Terry Smith with a look at weekday weather on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your
Good morning, everyone. Look at that, the deadly duo, Mama Austin and Austin himself. Good morning, you two.
All right.
Ceresa's here. Good morning, Ceresa. Austin said, morning, Ted. Dang, Lucas got fired for that controversial statement the other day. No, Austin, that is not what happened. It had nothing to do with anything Lucas has said on air. Something I will say, honestly, and I'm not just saying this, honestly from the bottom of my heart, something I will say about KZRG and the stations as Zimmer Marketing is they do give us a ton of editorial freedom. So, no, there was never anything like, oh, you're not allowed to have that opinion or say that. That had nothing to do with anything at all. Mama Austin said, thankfully no damage, but my sis-in-law in Springfield, dude, yeah, oh my gosh, like tennis ball-sized hail.
Baseball in some areas in that area.
Yeah, that was crazy in Springfield. I'm sorry for your sister-in-law because they definitely got hammered. Them and Columbus, Kansas, for some reason, just got absolutely molly-whopped. So is she okay, though? Treva, is she all right?
Old equipment that's limping along. That's the gap Bennett's Truck and Trailer fills. Bennett's is a Dexter authorized dealer.
No, seriously, like I said, it had absolutely nothing to do with anything he said. Yeah, no, not at all.
Those small problems aren't small for you.
So he said, Steve is pretty fly for a white guy. He knew exactly what he was doing, yeah. No, it had nothing to do with opinion. I really cannot stress that enough. Yeah, brave new world. Brave new world out in the 4 states for sure. So we'll get a look here at some weekday weather.
Bennett's Truck and Trailer. Maintenance done better the Bennett way.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior.
Yes, she is okay, Treva. That's good. Did did her car get dinged up? I saw a lot of photos out of Springfield of people's windshields just absolutely just Swiss cheese. I mean, just a complete mess. That's got to be the most frustrating thing ever, honestly. All right, we're going to switch you guys over because Terry Smith is joining us.
Bye. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
What are you even doing here? That's what he asked me as we were both working at a furniture store. I'm Chris.
And I'm Zach. We're the window guys from Windows & More. I'd seen Chris on TV before doing Windows & More ads, and now he's selling couches with me.
My dad and I were running Windows & More together, but I needed that second job to make ends meet.
And I was ready to get out of the furniture store. So we started talking and figuring out how to make Windows and More work together. I would schedule us to close the store together, and we stayed after hours and mapped it all out on the whiteboard in the back room.
And the next thing you know, we're using Zach's garage as a warehouse and running Windows and More together.
And eventually, my wife wanted our garage back, so we moved to a new location, and we've kept growing ever since.
And it's all been because of your amazing support in a furniture store. Come see us at 976 North Central City Road in Joplin, or find us at windowsandmore.llc.
Never settle for less. The choice is clearly Windows and More.
Clay Travis here. And Buck Sexton. Make your day better and come hang with us from 11 to 2 p.m. right here on News Talk KZRG.
We talk news, politics, sports, and also some fun culture stuff, too.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Steve Scott on News Talk KZRG, joined by KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Good morning, Terry.
Hey, good morning. Yes, it's such a nice morning, huh?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird. There's no mention of rain or severe storms in the forecast for the next few days. I'm just amazed.
You're probably confused. You're like, wait a minute, aren't we supposed to be dealing with storms? We've been doing that for the last how many days now? I don't know.
Yeah, Ted and I were on the air for about 3 hours yesterday doing wall-to-wall coverage of severe thunderstorm warnings in the area. Now, when the storms got to the east of us, some sad news. The Dickerson Park Zoo in Springfield reported the death of a 21-year-old emu named Adam that was killed during a severe hailstorm at the Dickerson Park Zoo.
That's sad.
I saw a video of somebody that's a good friend of mine that he had baseball-sized hail at his house, and he was shooting it through a window that was away from the way that the hail and the wind was blowing.
Well, there was quite a bit in the way of wind and hail yesterday. Not only 2 tornadoes reported, but we had a total of how many reports? Over 300 reports of severe weather across Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Texas. So that region into Mississippi as well. So yeah, it was a rough day, but it's much quieter overall today. Certainly for us, it's much quieter. But the thunderstorm threat has moved off to the south of us, and will stay there for the next couple of days.
By the way, I want to check with something with you. Yesterday, I got the deer in the headlight look from Ted during our severe weather coverage when I made a comment. We've been on the air for about an hour and a half at that point, maybe 2 hours doing coverage, and I told him that I needed to wet my whistle.
Oh my goodness, Ted!
Yeah, this is a
Ted doesn't watch westerns. I mean, if you know,
it's a boomer to zoomer translation. Is called. My mouth was dry.
That's right. That's hilarious. Well, Ted, you need to start watching some westerns to catch up with the lingo.
I know. I need to get good, is what I'm hearing.
Now, I understand we're going to be staying below normal temperature-wise for the next few days, but then we get back to normal, around Sunday or Monday?
Yeah, around Sunday. Listen, this is a nice stretch to have a chance to dry out a little bit, some sunshine, lower humidity. The temperatures are really comfortable. They're a little cool, running about 5 to 10 degrees below average through Friday, but the weekend does warm up. By Sunday, we're going to be in the mid-70s. So it's really nice to get a break from the very active weather pattern that we've had.
So how long is this better weather going to be lasting? Do we know at this point, or do we have another chance of severe weather coming up down the road?
I actually started looking to see how long, we can not have to hold our breath. Monday next week, we might get a little bit of rain. I think we'll see some rain perhaps early next week. We'll see if it's Monday or Tuesday. But, hey, we're drive-through Sunday, so we can start making plans.
All right. Everyone's waiting for the weekend, huh?
That's right.
Or is it working for the weekend?
Working for the weekend.
Something with a W. Hey, Terry Smith, thanks for joining us this morning.
Okay, guys, have a good one.
We'll talk to you again soon, Terry. That was KZRG's meteorologist Terry Smith. You're on News Talk KZRG. Coming up in less than 10 minutes at around 7:40. Some of the political backlash to those federal raids of daycare centers in Minnesota that are tied to alleged fraud. Like the Leering Center.
Yeah, I like flawed better than fraud.
Well, listen, Steve, I was educated in the Leering Center, so I learned to pronounce it flawed.
Oh, okay.
Instead of fraud.
All right.
We like to, at the Leering Center, we like to leave a handful of letters out of our words, okay?
Yes, okay.
KZRG News Time 7:30.
I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk, KZRG. A king visits the White House. Indicted again. Ukraine shooting down drones. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, we're heading for a high of 65. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That will be at 7:38. Lots of sunshine. Beautiful morning so far. It's a little bit on the chilly side, though. It is 46 in Neosho, 45 in Pittsburgh. It is 43 in Galena, 43 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk, KZRG.
President Donald Trump joining the King and Queen of England for a state dinner in Washington as a part of the Royals' trip to the United States.
This was the first white tie state dinner since George W. Bush hosted Queen Elizabeth back in 2007, so this capping off a day filled with pageantry. The dinner was another moment for King Charles to highlight the shared history between the U.S. and the U.K. as he tries to repair the strained ties between the two nations. The belt, for instance, that the king gifted the president was from a former World War II British submarine, emphasizing the importance of military cooperation. The king touting the significance of NATO as President Trump criticizes the alliance for refusing to participate in the battle against Iran.
That was Madeline Rivera. Former FBI Director James Comey facing a second round of Justice Department indictments.
Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche said a picture Comey posted, shells on a beach made to read 8647, had criminal intent.
To take the life of and to inflict bodily harm upon the President of the United States.
A second charge was also for posting the photo using interstate and foreign commerce. Comey responded via Substack to the legal action, saying he's still innocent.
And I still believe in the independent federal judiciary, so let's go.
Comey had a prior federal indictment thrown out last year because a judge said an improperly appointed prosecutor brought that action. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Well, Ukraine shot down a record number of Russian drones last month.
Interceptor systems helped Ukraine take down more than 33,000 drones in March, the highest monthly figure since Russia launched its full-scale invasion 4 years ago. Ukraine's developed cutting-edge anti-drone technology in the face of the Russian onslaught. Middle East and Gulf countries have sought help from Kyiv's experts during the current Iran war. Ukraine's defense ministry says its offensive arsenal has also improved. We're told the country's forces have more than doubled the range of their deep strike capabilities since February 2022. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Sunshine, 45, 7:33. News Talk, KZRG.
The Joplin Police Department is now using an intercept body scanner at the Joplin City Hall. Joplin City Jail. News Talk KZRG's Steve Smith with more.
The scanner, which resembles a TSA scanner, helps prevent overdoses of drugs, including fentanyl, in jails nationwide. Inmates are checked when being processed and as needed. The Joplin City Council approved spending for the body scanner back in 2025. You can read all about it online at newstalkkzrg.com. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
A man from Carthage charged in federal court. I love that sound effect. Starting over, a man from Carthage charged in federal court with being a felon in possession of a firearm. Now he may be changing his plea. 33-year-old Philip Jordan Neese was accused of possessing weapons back on September the 17th. That's the day he was arrested in Joplin and later charged with drug trafficking, unlawful use of a weapon, and unlawful possession of a firearm. A change of plea hearing in that case slated for May 6th at U.S. District Court in Springfield. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine, 45. It is 7:35. News Talk, KZRG.
The Route 66 Carthage Farmers Market is excited to announce its grand opening this Saturday, celebrating a major upgrade with their move into a new covered pavilion at 122 Grant Street in Carthage, sort of near the Carthage Civil War Museum. The 4-hour grand opening celebration will feature live music, food trucks, giveaways, kids' activities, a whole heck of a lot more. It's running this Saturday from 8 in the morning to 12 noon. It's totally free, open to the public, whether you're a Carthage resident or not. Come on in, hang on out, mill around.
Well, the happiest place on earth implements a controversial technology to try and root out ticket fraud.
Disneyland is deploying facial recognition at many of its entrance lanes, scanning the faces of parkgoers and comparing it to images taken when a customer first used their ticket. The goal is to speed up entry and prevent things like annual pass sharing. Opponents are concerned about the biometric tracking and possible privacy violations. But Disney says it takes the security, integrity, and confidentiality of guest data seriously, noting that the data will be deleted in 30 days. It joins numerous sports and entertainment venues already using face scanning technology. Sue Guzman, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk, KZRG.
We've got a massive shout out for the Missouri Southern Track and Field Squad. The Lions just absolutely dominated the final MIAA Weekly Honors, sweeping the awards. Huge congratulations to Jamel Williams and Dalen Vanderen for both being named Outdoor Field Athlete of the Week in their respective divisions. Over in the majors, the Kansas City Royals are officially rolling. They outlasted the Athletics 4-1 in a 10-inning thriller yesterday, officially extending their current win streak to 4 straight games. Meanwhile, the bats were red hot for the Redbirds. The Cardinals handled their business, taking Game 2 of the series against the Pirates in an 11-7 slugfest. They're looking to keep that momentum going in Game 3 tonight with first pitch at 5:40. Catch all the action on AM 1230, The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news is service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Need to turn your gold and silver into cash? Get top dollar directly from the refiner and buy gold and silver bullion. At Galena Liberty Pawn, South Main Street in Galena. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 8 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We had a rough day yesterday, but now the rain is gone. Cooler and drier air showing up today, and it hangs around for the next couple of days. There's no signs of any rain through the weekend. It's a dry day, a few clouds, 65 this afternoon. Cool tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow, 66, 65 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. Sunshine, it's 46 in Neosho, 45 in Pittsburgh, 43 in Baxter Springs, 43 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:38.
It started out small, a missed word here, a repeated sentence there, turning the TV up just a little more. But those little moments add up to missed conversations.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's time to reconnect and re-engage with your life and loved ones with hearing aids from Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center. Mid-America Hearing Center believes the first step should be easy and
Honestly, the Hearing Center sounds like it'd be an SNL skit from the 80s. Yeah, it sounds like a Will Ferrell SNL skit specifically. I could totally see that.
And if you do need hearing support, they won't stop at fitting you with technology. They provide continued aftercare and testing to make sure your hearing aids are working exactly as they should. Don't miss another moment. Mid-America Hearing Center, just off I-44 on exit 44 and at midamericahearing.com.
Best for less in a day. Mid-America Hearing Center.
Just one late.
Dude, I will never understand the whole Royals thing. I don't get the Brits. I don't get why they care about the Royals. It is one of the most vexing things. Aside from their
Termites have likely already been there for months.
I will neither confirm nor deny that, Austin. Oh, that's very funny. I don't know. We'll ask him when he gets back. Listen, once Steve leaves this studio, he's out of my jurisdiction, okay? I don't know what that guy does. I don't know what he's up to. Who knows? Once Steve walks out that studio door, mystery. Oh, I can see, you know what? I can see Eddie Murphy doing it. Yeah. I can totally see that. Steve, Austin had a question for you.
Sure.
He said, is Steve is going to the banyo again, isn't he? Can you confirm or deny, Steve?
Steve is going to the what?
The banyo.
Whatever banyo is.
Whatever banyo is? You don't know what banyo is?
I have no clue.
Donde está el baño? You don't know?
Don't know. Sounds like a banjo.
Well, depending on what you're doing in El Baño, it could sound like a banjo. Banjo's bathroom.
Oh, no. I went doing some sound editing.
Sure, yeah. Doing some sound editing in a very reverby room.
Hello.
86 or visit iocenter.org to learn more about agency-directed service.
Because independence starts with the right support. The Independent Living Center. Home is where the heart is. We'll help you stay there.
The world moves fast, so tune in to me, Mark Levin, every weekday starting at 5 on News Talk KZRG for the latest news, politics, and commentary. You won't want to miss it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
There's this strange glow in the sky. I haven't seen it for a few days very much. It's called the sun. It's bright and sunny, and it's going to be partly sunny today with the high of 65. A few clouds floating around there. And
when Steve first saw it this morning for the first time in days, he said, and I quote, he hissed at it as he lifted his coat up to block its rays from burning his skin.
That is true. It's almost like I was a vampire getting out of the dark. Well, anyway, the winds are going to be out of the north. The winds are going to be gusting as high as 18 miles per hour, which is a little bit less speed than what we've had over the last few days. Partly cloudy tonight, down to 44. Tomorrow, partly sunny, 66. KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith says we're going to be below normal temperatures at least through Saturday, but on Sunday, we're back up into the 70s. It'll be sunny on Sunday with a high of 76. The rest of the day, between now and then, it's going to be on the days in the 60s for the highs.
Mm-hmm. Well, the FBI and local law enforcement, they raided a bunch of clearing centers in the state of Minnesota on account of alleged fraud. Now, very quick background here, if you're not up to date on this. There's a sort of a independent journalist, Nick Shirley. He went around to all of these daycare centers that were getting government-subsidized funding. Showed up. Turns out a lot of them look pretty darn fake. The most extreme and famous example is one labeled the Leering Center. That's what their physical sign said outside their building.
They didn't leer anything, did they?
No, not a thing, apparently. So the that sort of became a pretty big national story, and the FBI just yesterday actually went ahead and raided a bunch of locations to investigate this fraud. So now we're starting to see some actual movement towards justice, fingers crossed. That's a bit of the background there. Now, previously, during the first wave of scrutiny regarding what is happening with these Leering centers in Minnesota, Governor Tim Walz, he was not happy that his state got called out. He was not happy that it was under his watch that potentially billions of dollars of federal money just went directly into the pockets of literal scammers. He did not like that was being highlighted. And so what did he do? Well, he dusted off the old Democrat playbook, and he said that investigating this fraud is nothing more than white supremacy. Yes,
interesting.
Because nothing screams white supremacy like a brown FBI director, Kash Patel, investigating a white governor, Tim Walz. That screams white supremacy in the year 2026, according to the Democrats.
Well, I guess Walz was saying he was superior.
Oh, but yeah, he was upset that white supremacy wasn't working.
That's right.
Because if it was, then Kash Patel would not be in power.
Wow.
Because white supremacists wouldn't allow that.
He's not going to be an additional power because of this, he dropped out of the race for governor for the next election.
Tim Walz.
Yeah, Tim Walz.
Tim Walz. Yeah, exactly. So, hey, the Democrats should be applauding this, knocking another white guy off his high horse. Look at that. Woohoo! The left is getting what they want. One more white guy down.
Yes.
All right. Well, in any case, that was Tim Walz's initial response to what was happening with this investigation. Well, yesterday, not only did the investigation take a step further with these raids and even more charges pending, Tim Walz decided that he was going to comment on these raids that took place in his state, and he made a very, very interesting 180 on his stance. After these raids, Tim Walz took to X, and he wrote, quote, "If you commit fraud in Minnesota, you're going to get caught." And that's exactly what we saw today. We catch criminals when state and federal agencies share information. Joint investigations work, and securing justice depends on it, end quote. Tim Walz took to X to applaud this effort and take credit in some way because he said, thank God for interstate communication with our federal investigative duties. Wow, what a big pat on the back for me and my state for teaming up with the feds for this crackdown on illegal fraud.
Yeah, he said we participated in it. We did it. We did it.
Interesting. Maybe
I'm almost thinking he's going to France, going we.
Or maybe he was paying attention to the British royals that were in town and used the royal we. We. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So now Tim Walz apparently is all in on these investigations when just a month or so ago, he was denouncing them as nothing more than white supremacy. Very interesting, Tim Walz changing his tune. Now, that's not a big surprise from Tim Walz. He is very much so proven himself to be a bit of a fork tongue, speaking on both sides of his mouth. For instance, he famously went to the American public and said that after, once he's dropping out of the governor's race, he's never going to seek a political role again. He's no longer going to be involved in politics. And then less than a month later, he announced that he is starting the Small Town PAC. PAC, by the way, standing for Political Action Committee. So in one sentence, I'm no longer going to be involved in politics. In the other sentence, I'm starting a political committee. Don't think about it too much, guys.
He'll change it to just Action Committee.
Right. Oh,
just take the word political out. So it'll be an AC.
Right. Action
instead
Committee.
Of a PAC.
Right. He's going to call Tom Cruise. They're going to make a bunch of action movies. That's
right.
sort of the game plan.
Yeah.
Tim Walz and Tom Cruise.
An
buddy
impossible
cop
mission for him.
a Walzy mission, they'll call it. So in any case, this doesn't surprise me that Tim Walz is suddenly taking credit for these raids. Now, Kash Patel, FBI director, not very happy that Tim Walz tried to take credit. Got a little annoyed, rightfully so. And so, what do you do when you're annoyed in politics?
Post on Truth Social or X?
You post on the internet.
Yeah.
Everyone knows when you get annoyed at politics, you take to the internet. And now Kash Patel, he took to X and he responded to Tim Walz. He said, quote, "This FBI and DOJ with our DHS partners," that's Department of Homeland Security, "partners drafted and executed every search warrant today. But go ahead and take credit for our work while we smoke out the fraud plaguing Minnesota under your governorship," end quote.
Wow.
Get him. Get him, Cash Money. Let him have it, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. One of the top comments to Tim Walz's post I thought was interesting. They said, "This is like an arsonist masquerading as a firefighter."
Yeah, I hadn't thought of it that way, but you're right.
That was I didn't say that. That was a top comment on Tim Walz's post on X. Totally accurate. That guy totally. What a piffy way of putting it.
It almost sounds like Tim was saying, "We got him."
Mm-hmm. Now, following that, Tim Walz then took to X, and he said, quote, "Today's raids by state and federal law enforcement happened because our state agencies caught irregular behavior and reported it." I'm going to stop him right there. They didn't.
When did they report it?
Yeah.
After the fact?
Yeah, they reported it after Nick Shirley made a video that got the President of the United States' attention, and after the FBI said that they're going to make this a top priority. Then they reported it.
Wow.
And also, them saying that their state agencies located irregularities when? After Nick Shirley located them?
It's amazing.
It doesn't make.
It's amazing.
Anyway, continuing on with his tweet, he then said, "That's how our system is supposed to work, and our agencies will keep at it as long as there are fraudsters around to put behind bars." End quote. I do agree.
Well, there's plenty.
There are plenty. I mean, I do agree that is how our system is supposed to work. Unfortunately, this system and that aspect of the system didn't seem to kick in until a citizen journalist decided to go out of his way to locate this fraud. Then suddenly the system kicked in. Unfortunately, the system only seemed to have kicked in, as Tim Walz implied, after the President of the United States directed cash money of the FBI to make it a top priority for the Department of Justice. Then the statewide system seemed to kick in place. So this little game, this little pretense that Tim Walz is engaging in of patting himself and his state on the back for cracking down on the criminals, and boy, we really rooted out this fraud. I literally don't even know who this is for. I don't understand, because it's not for the Republicans, because we all know that's a complete lie. It's not for people that follow the story, because they all know it's a complete lie. It's not for Democrats or the left, because they aren't happy that they're cracking down on this fraud.
No, it's true.
So who is he trying to trick?
Himself.
That's an honest question. Himself? Yeah,
himself. Or he's just trying to get the lie out there so many times that people start believing it.
Maybe.
Because remember, if you say a lie enough times, people start believing it.
That's true.
Allegedly.
Well, I think we've seen quite a bit of that in this country. So I would argue that we're past the allegedly on that statement.
Okay, I would agree.
KZRG News Time 7:51. What are your thoughts on all this, though? Are we making a mountain out of a mole here with this? Wait, what's the phrase? Mountain out of a mole?
Mountain out of a molehill.
Ah, there it is.
Another boomer to zoomer translation.
So close. So what are your thoughts, though? Leave us an open mic message or text us at 417-782-1310. KZRG News Time 7:50.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Former FBI Director James Comey now being charged with knowingly and willfully making a threat to take the life or inflict bodily harm upon the President of the United States. This for posting a photo online of the numbers 86 and 47.
Number 2.
Speaking of the FBI, they raided more than 20 locations in Minneapolis in relation to Somali-owned daycare fraud. One of the places that was raided was the famed Quality Leering Center. Could we see some perp walks, please?
Number 1.
The suspect who attempted to kill the President of the United States over the weekend now facing life in prison if convicted. He's also being charged with transportation of a firearm and ammunition in the interstate commerce with intent to commit a felony.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What are your thoughts on those charges thrusted upon James Comey of the FBI? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page. Leave us an open mic message on the KZRG app or text us at 417-782-1310. Coming up, what's going coming up is your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos. Time flies when you're having fun on the KZRG Morning News Watch. Didn't even realize it was already 7:53.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We had a rough day yesterday, but now the rain is gone. Cooler and drier air showing up today, and it hangs around for the next couple of days. There's no signs of any rain through the weekend. It's a dry day, a few clouds, 65 this afternoon. Cool tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow, 66, 65 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Need medical care in Lamar? Access Family Care has you covered. We offer same-day medical appointments Monday through Thursday every week. Don't put it off. Go to accessfamilycare.org and request your appointment today. Dental pain can't wait? Act now. Access Family Care in Lamar is accepting new dental patients with short wait times. We accept all Missouri Medicaid plans. Go now to accessfamilycare.org and request your dental appointment today.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-869-2045 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-869-2045. That's 800-869-2045. What do you have to lose? Call 800-869-2045. Again, 800-869-2045.
Julie from Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store talks about their return to Joplin this spring.
We'll be there through the spring season with our beautiful plants at the Rock Yard at 8th and Schifferdecker in Joplin. You'll find...
Good morning, everybody. We were just talking, I had a friend in high school that would compliment people really aggressively. So he'd go...
You did a good job, really.
Yeah, he'd go up to you and be like, you stinking good-looking guy, you smart, good-looking person, golly.
So that's how he complimented you?
Well, always, every time. Well, that's how the whole world could do. Hey, Terry, good morning. You did. You saw Steve. Did you see him in Joplin or in Baxter Springs?
About things you've tried in the past, please come talk to me. I love visiting with people.
Yeah, and that's true. They did try to discredit Nick Shirley. Yeah, so they tried to call him a liar, and then they tried to take credit for his work. What are we doing here? What's happening here?
Now open at the Rock Yard, 8th and Schifferdecker in Joplin. They call him a gentle giant, the protector. Thinks he's a lap dog, even though only half his body fits. Takes up the entire couch when he naps and drools a lot. You love your
friend. But what you don't love is smell. Heavy skin oils, thick coats, and yes, drool can cause a stink that lingers on everything. Take your big furry friend to All Dogs Dream today and say bye-bye smell and hello to a fresh blowout. Neatly trimmed nails and clean, clear ears. Dealing with tangled, matted fur? All Dogs Dream can help with that too. They can take your pet from shaggy and overgrown to refined, fresh, and styled to the last whisker. Because when your gentle giant is clean, fresh, and properly groomed, the couch smells better, the house feels fresher, and the cuddles get a whole lot closer. That's the All Dogs Dream difference. Call All Dogs Dream to schedule your pet's next grooming appointment today. And be sure to ask about their Friday Big Dog Deals. Or book online at alldogsdream.com. All Dogs Dream, just north of Neosho on Gateway Drive.
The tough talk, the big issues, and nothing sugar-coated. Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Join me right after Mark Levin at 8 on News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning Challenge.
Your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
To win, be the first on the phone with the correct answer to the question. 417-782-1310, 417-782-1310. We've got a holdover question.
Yes, we do, Steve. A little U.S. government trivia. Let's see if you know it. Who is third in line for the presidency? 417-782-1310. Which official is third in line for the U.S. presidential succession? We are looking for the name of the role, not necessarily the person that holds that role.
Their title.
Their title. But if you can name the person, that's cool too. All right, I'll give you a hint. The president doesn't count. He already has the job. So first in line for the presidency is the vice president of the United States. Second in line for the presidency is Speaker of the House. Who is third in line? 417-782-1310. Steve, what are we giving away?
Complimentary taco plus chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
Secretary of State.
Secretary of State, great guess. No, they're actually fourth in line. Who is third in line? News Talk KZRG, do you have a guess?
Marco Rubio.
Marco Rubio, good guess. No, not good old Marco, although God knows we all love him. 417-782-1310. Who is third in line for the presidency? First in line is the vice president. Second in line is Speaker of the House. Fourth in line is Secretary of State. Who's third in line? We're missing one there. 417-782-1310. I can physically hear the four states Googling right now. 417-782-1310. Who is third in line for the presidency? Free lunch is on the line here. News Talk KZRG, what's your guess?
President pro temp of the Senate.
That's exactly right. The president pro tempore of the Senate. Who do we have here?
Charlene.
Hey, Charlene. What's your favorite radio station?
KZRG.
Love to hear it, Charlene. Don't go anywhere. We'll be with you in just a moment here, Charlene. You've just won a free lunch with Ghetto Taco. Stay on the line for us. Yeah, first in line is Vice President, then Speaker of the House, then President pro temp of the Senate, which is elected by a Senate-wide vote. Good morning.
States news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 8 o'clock.
Iran can't get their act together. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Trump wrote that on Truth Social this morning, adding Iran better get smart soon. In a post that includes a picture portraying the president holding a machine gun under the words, "No more Mr. Nice Guy." He said this during a white tie state dinner honoring Britain's King Charles.
And we're never going to let that opponent ever, Charles agrees with me even more than I do, we're never going to let that opponent have a nuclear weapon. They know that.
Now, the Wall Street Journal reporting Trump tells aides to prepare for extended blockade of Iran. Quote, he assessed that his other options, resume bombing or walk away from the conflict, carried more risk than maintaining the blockade.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson in Dubai.
Well, the blockade aims to shut down the oil trade in Iran. Its effects are also being felt at home as the price of gasoline is now the highest since July 2022.
AAA's national average for regulars up a nickel this morning, now $4.22 a gallon as oil prices rise another 4%. An hour from now, War Secretary Pete Hegseth will face questions at a House hearing, especially from Democrats critical of the Iran conflict. And also today, the House Oversight Committee gets a briefing from Secret Service on the White House Correspondents' Dinner attack. And among the questions, if the suspect, Cole Allen, is the one who fired the shot that hit an agent in the bulletproof vest.
Politico says the DOJ isn't sure. They write prosecutors believe that Allen fired at least one round from a 12-gauge shotgun. That's evident from the fact that Allen has been charged with one count of discharging a firearm during a crime of violence. But he's not been charged with assaulting law enforcement. Investigators at the FBI's Quantico lab are working to confirm ballistic results.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. Allen is due back in court tomorrow. A tornado has flattened parts of North Texas. Mineral wells got hit hard.
We've had multiple homes severely damaged and some people are displaced. The Mineral Wells ISD has opened up the cafeteria at the high school.
Police Chief Tim Dennison. Several people were injured, but so far they've not found anyone dead in all the destruction. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG, heading for a high of 65. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 8:08. Sun is shining. It is 46 in Neosho, 48 in Pittsburgh, 47 in Galena, 47 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG. The Joplin Police Department now using an Intercept body scanner at the Joplin City Jail.
The scanner, which resembles a TSA scanner, helps prevent overdoses of drugs, including fentanyl, in jails nationwide. Inmates are checked when being processed and as needed. The Joplin City Council approved spending for the body scanner back in 2025. You can read all about it online at newstalkkzrg.com. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
The Missouri legislature passing a wide-ranging military bill.
Missouri lawmakers have sent the governor a bill that would give the National Guard new authority to assist with cybersecurity prevention and response for state and local purposes. The legislation would also strengthen and update National Guard protections, including reemployment rights and health insurance coverage during extended state duty. It is sponsored by State Representative Bill Hardwick of Dixon. Elisa Nelson, Missouri Net.
After new violence raised concerns about presidential security, a Missouri senator now calling for answers. Matt Pilger with more.
Republican U.S. Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri is urging Congress to hold a hearing after what authorities call a third apparent assassination attempt in less than 2 years on President Donald Trump. Hawley sent a letter to the Senate Homeland Security Committee following an incident at a Washington hotel hosting the White House Correspondents' Dinner. He says lawmakers need to review Secret Service resources, security failures, and whether past changes have been fully implemented. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine, a few clouds, 47-804. News Talk, KZRG.
Law enforcement responding to a report of shots fired on Monday in Newton County's Fairview. Now, according to the probable cause statement, 3 shots were fired in a house, and then a car fled the scene. A victim was reportedly shot in the arm, and ultimately 31-year-old Tyler Kodia Milliken was charged with first-degree assault, unlawful use of a weapon, armed criminal action, and unlawful possession of a firearm. Milliken was found guilty of a felony back in 2018 that made it illegal for him to even have a gun. The case is being worked by the Newton County Sheriff's Office.
On April 24th, the Newton County Sheriff's Office, working in conjunction with the Alliance of Southwest Missouri and the Newton County Community Coalition, conducted alcohol compliance checks at 15 locations across the county. Out of the 15 checks, 3 failed, 9 passed, 3 were closed at the time the check took place. 3 businesses that failed were C-Mart on Gateway Drive in Neosho, Dollar General on Highway 43 in Joplin, and Big Papa Quick Mart on South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
Not Big Papa Quick Mart.
Yep, Big Papa Quick Mart.
They've broken my heart.
You can read more inside the KZRG app. Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk, KZRG.
We've got a massive shout out for the Missouri Southern Track and Field Squad. The Lions just absolutely dominated the final MIAA Weekly Honors, sweeping the awards. Huge congratulations to Jamel Williams and Dalen Vanderen for both being named Outdoor Field Athlete of the Week in their respective divisions. Over in the majors, the Kansas City Royals are officially rolling. They outlasted the Athletics 4-1 in a 10-inning thriller yesterday, officially extending their current win streak to 4 straight games. Meanwhile, the bats were red hot for the Redbirds. The Cardinals handled their business, taking Game 2 of the series against the Pirates in an 11-7 slugfest. They're looking to keep that momentum going in Game 3 tonight with first pitch at 5:40. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of Galena and Liberty Pawn. Need to turn your gold and silver into cash? Get top dollar directly from the refiner and buy gold and silver bullion at Galena Liberty Pawn, South Main Street in Galena. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Steve's best friend, Ted.
Next news.
Didn't deny it.
Not now. Next news will be at 8:30. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. It's a dry day today. We're dry through the weekend. 65 today, 66 tomorrow, 65 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
A service of Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture. Get that new home feel when you complete your home improvement project with flooring and furniture from the professionals at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture store.
No rain showing up on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. 46 in Neosho, 48 in Pittsburgh, 47 in Galena, 47 in Joplin. 100 weather updates every 24 hours on News Talk. KZRG. KZRG News Time, 8:08.
I just don't know what to do. We're so boring. No, you aren't. You just need something new, and I have the perfect thing. Me and my husband had the best time at Anvil Axe Company. We had a little fun competition. I won, by the way. And they have this amazing outdoor fire pit area. You think the whole family would like it? Our whole group had so much fun.
For the perfect date night or a great family night out, get to the only axe throwing venue in the area, Anvil Axe Company, just south of Joplin. Book online at anvilaxeco.com. If you get a friend's night out.
Yes, Jody, you are absolutely right. It is Chuck Grexley. Aggressive compliments are hilarious. I'm a fan of those aggressively positive videos. Yeah, those are really funny. Steve and Ted need matching BFF shirts. Oh my gosh.
Becky, look at her.
She said that wouldn't look gay at all. No, it wouldn't. Well, it would make us look gay in the sense of happy. We would look very gay.
Because we're happy.
You know, in that form of the word.
sunshine peering through the blinds while your kids tell the story of your spouse's attempt at making puppy dog pancakes. Spoiler alert.
I think it's
look a lot more
genius.
like lopsided bunnies.
I think it's a genius
sitting on
plan.
a brand new deck, pausing the rivalry and chaos of Monopoly with your best friends, and hearing even the cicadas get quiet when you.
Oh, whose line is it anyway? It's coming to Tulsa. I gotta be honest, I didn't know those guys were still alive.
A lot of them are. Some are even on Price is Right.
Really?
Yeah, Drew Carey's doing Price is Right, and Wayne Brady is doing Let's Make a Deal.
To building your dream home from the ground up. Love your location but need more room? E.L. Marshall also specializes in seamless indoor or outdoor additions. Or maybe your home just needs a refresh. E.L. Marshall can elevate your living space with timeless design and lasting value. Learn more today at elmarshallconstruction.com. E.L. Marshall, building relationships brick by brick.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
You're listening to News Talk KZRG 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. From Studio 1Z. With the latest news, commentary, and weather. It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Finally, after about a week of talking about severe weather and rain all the forecast, every single time, there's no rain in the forecast, no severe weather mentioned in the forecast. In fact, we're a little bit below normal on temperature highs through Saturday. Partly sunny today with a high near 65. Tonight down to 44 with partly cloudy, partly sunny, and 66 tomorrow. 63 on Friday with partly sunny. Saturday, it's going to be sunny and 66. Back to normal temperatures on Sunday. Sunny with the high of 76. 77 and sunny on Monday. And I'm not seeing any rain or severe weather mentioned in the forecast, at least right now through Tuesday of next week.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness we needed a break.
Yeah, no kidding. 8:12 is the KZRG news time. Ted Bojorquez.
Steve Scott.
On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Well, this is really the big story of the day. Former FBI Director James Comey has been indicted for a second time by the Justice Department. And this indictment is for an Instagram post that he made. Now, back in May of 2025, he posted on his IG, as the cool kids call it, a photo of seashells on the beach in the shape of the numbers 86 and 47. And really briefly, if the meaning to that is obvious to you, great, glad you're up to speed. But if you're not fully aware of the controversy behind these numbers, I'll break it down for you. Very basically, the number 86 traditionally means to get rid of, like get rid of that, get it out of here type thing. And the number 47, in this context, likely refers to the 47th president of the United States, who is Donald Trump.
It also means in, because like in the old days, whenever
47?
you write... No, 86.
Oh, 86.
Like, for instance, in the old days, whenever you'd write news stories, at the very end of the newscast, you put a hashtag or pound sign and 86.
They had hashtags back then.
And then a hashtag or pound sign at the end of your news copy. That way it meant it was
get rid of and copy. Yeah, precisely. So there you have it. So in this context, basically it's functionally a dog whistle, to borrow language from the left, a dog whistle saying get rid of Donald Trump, right? Now he's being charged with, quote, knowingly and willfully making a threat to take the life of or inflict bodily harm upon the president of the United States, and knowingly and willfully transmitting a communication in interstate and foreign commerce that contained a threat to kill President Donald Trump, end quote. Those are the official charges. Those are some pretty weighty charges.
Oh, yes, they are.
No question about it. Now, according to these charges, They argue, and we'll see this play out in courts, but they are arguing that any reasonable person would interpret that as a direct threat, a physical threat to the president. A photo of 8647. That's a physical threat to the president. Now, I feel like I really can see both sides on this. On one hand, honestly, we just saw the third attempt at Donald Trump's life. This is really serious. He's the president, for crying out loud. That is insane. Obama was probably one of the most controversial presidents that we've had in a long time. Nobody tried to shoot him, and yet 3 people have tried to shoot Donald Trump. That's insane. That's an insane reality, and there's no question about it that these assassination attempts, in my mind, are a result of years and years and years of violent and hateful speech, to borrow language from the left, towards Donald Trump.
Which they are doing.
Which they're doing every single day. It really does seem, there's a really strong anecdotal case to be made that all of this violent speech is radicalizing people to try and shoot and kill the president of the United States.
Now, the Democrats would differ with you.
They would say, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
We're not doing that.
So I think it's reasonable to say, hey, maybe we should start prosecuting some of these cases to try and bring down some of this. Now, did Cole Allen, the dude that tried to kill Trump on Saturday, did he see Comer's Instagram post from 1 year ago and think, I'm going to go kill the president?
Well, he may have.
Well,
we don't know.
We don't know. I'm willing to bet probably not. But he did see a lot of posts like that. He saw years and years and years of that type of rhetoric, and it's death by 1,000 cuts. It probably wasn't just James Comer posts. That probably didn't radicalize him. But it's the apparatus. It's the pattern, right? It's the entire climate, so to speak, that radicalizes people. And yeah, we need to draw on a line in the sand somewhere, right?
Oh, yeah, and this was definitely seashells in the sand.
It's the seashells in the sand.
That's hard for me to say after so many days of severe weather coverage.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that's a reasonable mindset to have. I don't think that's crazy, and it seems like the DOJ and the Trump administration has decided this is the line in the sand they're going to draw. This is going to be the first case that they're going to be trying. On the other hand, get the pitchforks ready, Steve. Go ahead and Yeah, go ahead and light the torches. Here's my devil's advocate argument here.
Oh, boy, I'm waiting for it. Go
on
for it.
the other hand, are we really going to convict someone for posting a photo of 4 numbers? The conservatives, mind you, Republicans, the party of free speech, the party that more than anyone understands what it feels like to be a victim of being shadow banned, of liberals taking tweets that people made and use them to metaphorically hang them, right? Mm-hmm. We're now going to take a photo of numbers that somebody posted and throw the book at someone for it. Doesn't that seem a little bit, shall we say, not all that conservative? We're going to crack down on free speech that much?
In my opinion, not really, because of...
Lay it on me.
You may have free speech, but I'll give you an example. You have free speech up to a point, because like if you're in a crowded,
movie theater, you can't yell fire.
You can't yell fire.
Right.
So, and the fact that in the past that Comey has made his, shall we say, feelings very publicly known about Trump, anything that he puts, you've got to keep that in context in mind. He's basically making a threat, allegedly, against the president. So that is where the line has to be drawn. You cannot be making threats against the president, or else the Secret Service is going to come knocking on your door, and the DOJ may come after you as well.
Right. What's interesting about this case and where it gets complicated in my mind is it does come down to interpretation. Now, if James Comey took to Instagram and said, I think someone should kill I'm not going to finish that sentence because I'll get in trouble, but then that's one thing. But he posted a photo of 4 numbers, 8647. There's a lot of interpretation that needs to get involved in that. Personally speaking, and me and Steve talked about this off air, the number 86 to me doesn't mean kill. I was raised with the number 86 meaning get rid of. Like get rid of 86 that pasta, 86 that stapler. No one's saying kill that pasta, kill that stapler. They're saying get rid of. So it is up to interpretation, right?
Well,
and so it wasn't.
But again, for the boomers, 86 means end.
Sure.
But
get
does
rid
end
of
mean
end? That's the thing. And what? His presidency, his term, impeach him? It is up to interpretation. And I'm just saying, this is where the legal court case is going to have a hard time. It's my only thing I want to bring up. Legally in court, this might be a hard thing to get a conviction because it literally comes down to interpretation. Does the number 86 mean 86, the number? Does it mean end? Does it mean kill? Does it mean get rid of?
So
That's all it is.
Is that kind of like Bill Clinton in the past trying to figure out what the meaning of the word is?
Pretty much, yeah. That's
Okay.
pretty much where we're sitting at.
All right.
The other thing I wanted to point out that I want to just
Democrats
throw out
are really great at not being able to figure out the meaning of words.
They don't even know what a woman is.
No, they don't.
The other thing I want to point out with this case that I want you to just nibble on, give me your thoughts on it, is this indictment includes a forfeiture of notice, which means that if convicted, Comey must forfeit any property or proceeds that were derived from his alleged unlawful activities to the government, which is very broad.
So he has to give up the sand and the seashell.
Yeah, exactly. No, so he's got to give up his property. So and I'm just going to throw this out there. Devil's advocate time. All right, here it is. Strip all of the pretense away. Strip all of everything away. Here's what's happening. The government is suing someone for something he posted online. And if he loses, they get his property. The government is going to take a private American citizen's property away for saying something mean on the internet. Is that the precedent that conservatives and Republicans want to set? Because when the Biden administration wanted to do that, I was unbelievably against it. I know you were, Steve. I know every conservative and Republican in the 4 states area was against what the Biden administration was doing with trying to convict people for posting things online, whether they were mean or quote-unquote false. Here the Republicans are now, wanting to seize someone's private property for posting something mean online.
You mean is there anything like Letitia James in New York going after Trump's property?
And I was against that too.
You were against it.
I was against
it too. But I'm saying that I'm not saying it's good to have the one for the other, but they're both bad. And here we are just arguing over the fact of, yes, it's kind of one of those rough situations of trying to get the property from the government of the private person. But they were doing that for the last 3 or 4 or even 5 years of Trump.
Right.
So, yeah, I can see why the DOJ is going after it. I can see why Trump's got a problem with it.
I can see why he has a problem with it, too. I was against it when they did it to Trump. I'm not suddenly for it now that they're doing it to Comey. That's the important thing to note for conservatives and Republicans. Don't abandon your principles just because Trump and you are rightfully upset at what the left was doing. We shouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Look at all the members. Look at all the members of the Trump administration, the first administration. They ended up losing all the stuff.
And I was against that too,
because they were having to fight these battles. Some of them even went ahead and pled guilty to certain charges, only for the fact of getting rid of the the cost
depleted
of,
down,
depleted down, so they wouldn't have to pay as much money for legal expenses. But yet they pretty much got wiped out of all their retirement benefits, everything. So yeah, I agree that you're against it, but at the same point, if they're doing it in the first place, we got to take action to get it stopped in the meantime.
By doing it back, revenge.
That's correct.
Well, you know,
you have to fight fire with fire sometimes.
As the Mahatma Gandhi once said, an eye for an eye just leaves the whole world blind.
And a tooth for a tooth just leaves you without teeth. You have to get dentures.
KZRG News Time 822.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Former FBI Director James Comey now being charged with knowingly and willfully making a threat to take the life or inflict bodily harm upon the President of the United States. This is for posting a photo online of the numbers 86 and 47.
Number 2.
Speaking of the FBI, they raided more than 20 locations in Minneapolis in relation to Somali-owned daycare fraud. One of the places it was raided was the famed Quality Leering Center. Could we see some perp walks, pretty please?
Number 1.
The suspect who attempted to kill the President of the United States over the weekend, now facing life in prison if convicted. He's also being charged with transportation of a firearm and ammunition in interstate commerce with intent to commit a felony.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What are your thoughts on former FBI Director James Comey being charged for making threats to the president? We want to know. Terry on our KZRG video live stream sponsored by Fast Monkey Auto and Liberty Tree Gun said when they catch a drug dealer, they seize their property. Yeah, well, I mean, James Comey's not a drug dealer. He made a mean tweet, basically. So we're going to seize the property of someone that posted something mean? I don't know. What are your thoughts? Leave us an open mic message or text us at 417-782-1310. As we all know, President Donald Trump, he listens to the KZRG Morning News Watch every single weekday, and he had something to say about the situation.
You know, those charges, he really needs them. James Comey, he's probably the worst person I've ever met. He doesn't know how to even flush a toilet. You can ask Steve about that. I'm sure he knows all about that.
You know all about flushing the toilet? What are your thoughts? Leave us an open mic message just like the president. Coming up, what's going on with technology and Kim Commando?
Here is your KZRG forecast. We had a rough day yesterday, but now the rain is gone. Cooler and drier air showing up today, and it hangs around for the next couple of days. There's no signs of any rain through the weekend. It's a dry day, a few clouds, 65 this afternoon. Cool tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow, 66, 65 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
My name is Addison. I'm a dental hygienist for Dr. Lemus.
My name is Darian. I'm also a dental hygienist. We see patients from children to adults, patients who are anxious, patients who are excited, patients who go every 6 months, and patients who have not been in several years, patients who are afraid to be judged for what's going on in their mouth, and patients who have that confident, healthy smile.
We're a judgment-free place because I have patients come in all the time and tell me they're like, I don't want to be here. We're not here to judge them, that we're here to help them and get them back on track. And Dr. Lemus is very good about being straightforward with what's needed, and then we go to Joyce and talk with her, and she goes over the treatment plans and help them get the plan established.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin. Welcome to the neighborhood practice for your whole family. Learn more at teamdentalofjoplin.com.
Team Dental of Joplin, your neighborhood practice for your whole family.
What if this weekend you just took off? No packing stress, no hotel hassle, just you, the open road, and wherever it leads. At Cola RV, you'll find hundreds of campers to get you on the road to adventure. Perfect for family road trips, quiet getaways, or a cross-country exploration. Easy to tow trailers to fully equipped motorhomes, you'll find the right camper for you and your budget. At Cola RV, just north of I-44 and exit 22. So stop planning and start going.
Cola RV, family owned, family trusted. Your journey starts here.
You've got the logo, the brand colors dialed in, a Facebook page that doubles as your company's website. So why aren't more people choosing your new business? If you're at the starting line of a brand new business, stop asking, where do I start? Or how do I grow? And reach out to the branding experts at Zimmer Marketing. We'll capture professional headshots, craft a uniquely curated logo, create a fully functional and engaging website, and we'll make sure people think of you as the top 1, 2, or 3 in your industry. That means the next time your audience is looking for their next option, when they're looking for a legitimate business that checks all the boxes, we'll make sure they see you as the option. We'll help you stand out. We'll help you be unforgettable. We'll help you plan for the future and secure an expanding market share through proven strategies and advertising solutions. Are you ready for a real marketing strategy with measurable results? Get started today with a branding system that works at ZimmerMarketing.com. Zimmer Marketing. It just works.
There's a woman on Instagram with 300,000 followers. Perfect skin, jet set lifestyle. Her bio says AI influencer. And men are still flooding her posts with, "You are genuinely in a class of your own." I'm Kim Commando for The Current. It's my 5-star rated newsletter read by over 1 million folks like you. Sign up for free today at getkim.com. Psychologists call it a pandemic of loneliness. The brain does not need something real to feel connected to it. It needs it to feel responsive. One AI influencer, Emily Hart, was built by a guy in India to scam men. He put himself through medical school doing this. My prediction, AI companions are already $1 billion industry. When loneliness is so widespread, fake feels close enough. Here's what to look for. Flawless photos with zero candid shots. No personal history. Constant flattery. Too perfect, too available, too consistent. Those are your warning signs. Don't be left tech behind. Be sure you get my free newsletter every day at getkim.com. Hi there, I'm Kim Commando. Tech isn't just a part of our lives anymore. It runs our lives. From the phone in your pocket to your bank account, your job, your car, your kids, even your home security. Everything's all connected. And the truth is, most people are just trying to keep up. That's why I created The Current. It's my free daily newsletter that gives you the most important tech stories, the ones that actually matter, delivered in plain English with no fluff and no politics. I cover AI, crypto, scams to avoid, gadgets worth knowing about, and how to protect your privacy in a digital world that just doesn't slow down. Almost 1 million smart people already get it, and it's rated 5 out of 5 stars on Google and Trustpilot. Every American needs to understand how tech is shaping their lives, and The Current helps you do just that every single morning. Sign up right now at getkim.com. My newsletter 100% free. That's getkim.com, and I'll see you in your inbox tomorrow.
Join me, Clay Travis, and my good friend Buck Sexton weekdays starting at 11 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG. Beautiful day in the 4 states today. We have a high of 65. A little bit of cloud coverage, but mostly sunny. Good news is no chance of severe weather in the forecast for the coming week, or I should say the rest of the coming week. So that's great. We'll have more details for you on that coming up. On News Talk KZRG, good morning. At 8:30, Ted Borges and Steve Scott. Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. U.S.-Iran blockade. House bills advance. White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting probe. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Like I said, we're heading for a high of 65. It is currently 47 in Joplin, 48 in Pittsburgh, 50 in Miami, and 46 in Diamond. On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, it's News Talk KZRG. President Trump now claims that Iran is in a state of collapse. This is the White House. Targets the country's shadow banking networks.
President Trump posted to Truth Social this morning, Iran has just informed us they're in a state of collapse. They want us to open the Strait of Hormuz as soon as possible. And that may be because Iran's oil infrastructure is about to explode. Late last night, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent told our colleague Edward Lawrence of Fox Business, Karg Island is nearing its capacity for storage, and the Iranian government is losing $170 million per day in revenue. And the president appears to be embracing this next phase of economic warfare on Iran. The Wall Street Journal reporting this morning that Trump told aides to prepare for an extended naval blockade of Iran.
Meanwhile, a Department of Homeland Security funding bill remains stalled in the House of Representatives as the ongoing partial government shutdown is almost in its 3rd month now. It comes as the Office of Management and Budget recently revealed in a memo that failing to pass the legislation could present new national security concerns. We're hearing now that workers could continue to go unpaid. Republican Arkansas Congressman Rick Crawford says that this needs to be solved.
These Secret Service guys, they're working out of their own pockets. They're paying for hotels with their own credit cards. They can't file their per diem. And so not only are they taking a hit personally financially, but it's also a credit ding because they're loading up their credit cards and the interest accrued on that. We haven't even begun to calculate that.
Meanwhile, the Secret Service director is heading back to Capitol Hill as lawmakers demand answers on how an armed suspect got so close to the president, the vice president, and other top-ranking officials at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Secret Service Director Sean Curran is expected to speak with members of the House Oversight Committee. Curran met with lawmakers on Monday where he maintained the security plan that his agency had put together for the dinner worked. But there are ongoing questions about whether the Secret Service should change its security posture. Also unclear right now is whether the suspect, Cole Thomas Allen, fired the bullet that hit a Secret Service agent in his bulletproof vest. Per Politico, prosecutors believe that Allen fired at least one round from a 12-gauge shotgun, and that is evident from the fact that Allen has been charged with one count of discharging a firearm during a crime of violence. But he's not been charged with assaulting law enforcement.
It's 47 in Joplin, 48 in Pittsburgh, 50 in Miami, 46 in Neosho. 100 weather updates every 24 hours on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Well, the Joplin Police Department now using an intercept body scanner at the Joplin City Jail. News Talk KZRG's Steve Smith with the story.
The scanner, which resembles a TSA scanner, helps prevent overdoses of drugs, including fentanyl, in jails nationwide. Inmates are checked when being processed and as needed. The Joplin City Council approved spending for the body scanner back in 2025. You can read all about it online at newstalkkzrg.com. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
A man from Carthage is charged in federal court with being a felon in possession of a gun. Now, he may be changing his plea. 33-year-old Philip Jordan Nisi was accused of possessing weapons back on September 17th. Now, that's the day that he was arrested in Joplin and was later charged with drug trafficking, unlawful use of weapon, and unlawful possession of a firearm. But a change in plea hearing in that case is slated for May 6th in Springfield.
It is now 47 with sunshine at 8:35. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. News Talk KZRG. The Route 66 Carthage Farmers Market is excited to announce its grand opening on May the 2nd, celebrating a major upgrade with their move into a new covered pavilion at 122 Grant Street in Carthage. The 4-hour grand opening celebration will feature live music, food trucks, giveaways, kids' activities, and more. The 8 a.m. through 12 noon event is free. It's open to you. More inside the KZRG app.
Pablo Escobar's wildest legacy may soon be heading overseas. And no, we're not talking about his drug money here.
Descendants of the late Pablo Escobar's infamous cocaine hippos could be headed from Colombia to India. The animals, originally imported for Escobar's private zoo in the 1980s, have multiplied to around 200, damaging ecosystems and creating safety concerns for nearby communities. Colombian officials have approved plans to cull dozens of them. Now, Indian billionaire Anand Ambani is offering sanctuary for about 80 of them at a wildlife rescue center, potentially giving Colombia a rare solution to one of the world's strangest invasive species problems. Matt Murphy, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Joe Morgan on News Talk KZRG.
We've got a massive shout out for the Missouri Southern Track and Field Squad. The Lions just absolutely dominated the final MIAA Weekly Honors, sweeping the awards. Huge congratulations to Jamel Williams and Dalen Vanderen for both being named Outdoor Field Athlete of the Week in their respective divisions. Over in the majors, the Kansas City Royals are officially rolling. They outlasted the Athletics 4-1 in a 10-inning thriller yesterday, officially extending their current win streak to 4 straight games. Meanwhile, the bats were red hot for the Redbirds. The Cardinals handled their business, taking Game 2 of the series against the Pirates in an 11-7 slugfest. They're looking to keep that momentum going in Game 3 tonight with first pitch at 5:40. Catch all the action on AM 1230, The Talker. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news is service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Need to turn your gold and silver into cash? Get top dollar directly from the refiner and buy gold and silver bullion at Galena Liberty Pawn, South Main Street in Galena. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 9 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We had a rough day yesterday, but now the rain is gone. Cooler and drier air showing up today, and it hangs around for the next couple of days. There's no signs of any rain through the weekend. It's a dry day, a few clouds, 65 this afternoon. Cool tonight in the low 40s. Tomorrow, 66, 65 the high Friday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 45 in Neosho, 46 in Pittsburgh, 47 in Webb City, 47 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 20 hours. KZRG News Time, 8:39.
We buy guns, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes. We are the best, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes.
This is Liberty Tree Guns, the best place to sell your firearms. Walk in with a gun. Walk out with money.
We buy guns, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes. We are the best, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes.
Liberty Tree Guns. Across from Lowe's in Carthage. Or visit libertytreeguns.com to start your quote today.
We buy guns, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes. We are the best, oh yes.
If you run a small trailer, you know how it goes. It's rarely some big dramatic breakdown. It's the little stuff that adds up. A light goes out, brakes start getting soft, a bearing makes a noise, and sure, you could deal with it later, but later turns into lost time, missed jobs, and old equipment that's limping along. That's the gap Bennett's Truck and Trailer fills. Bennett's is a Dexter authorized dealer and your go-to source for Dexter parts, and they take your small trailer problems as seriously as you do, because those small problems aren't small for you. They're how you get the job done. From wiring and lights to brakes, hubs, and hard-to-find parts, Bennett's Truck and Trailer has exactly what you need to get it fixed and get you back on schedule fast. No waiting, no guessing, no trying to fix it yourself. Just dependable help when you need it. Done right the first time. That's the Bennett way. Roll into Bennett's Truck and Trailer shop on Thunder Road in Denneweg or find them online at bennettstrucktrailer.com. Bennett's Truck and Trailer. Maintenance done better the Bennett way.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Be sure to tune in to News Talk KZRG every weekday from 9 to 11 to hear what's going on with me, Chris Plant, on News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning Newswatch on News Talk KZRG.
8:42 is the current news time. Ted Bohorquez.
Steve Scott.
On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. A little touch and go severe weather-wise the last handful of days, but looking into today and the future, we have quite a different story to tell you.
Yeah, that severe weather has pretty much been around for almost the last week. 7 days. Wow.
It was 86th. How's that for a topical news reference, huh?
Yeah, better than being 6'7".
This guy.
Partly sunny today with a high of 65. Partly sunny tomorrow, 66. 63 and partly sunny on Friday. Sunny and 66 on Saturday. Those are actually below normal temperatures for the highs. Then on Sunday, we're going to be back into the 70s for the high, so that we're going to be back to normal temperatures on Sunday. Not bad. High on Sunday is going to be, I believe it's 77. So it's getting back up there temperature-wise. That's great to get it warmed up after being cooled down for a little bit. I even had to wear a jacket to work this morning. It was that chilly when I got in the van.
Was it a straight jacket or just a traditional one?
It was a traditional straight jacket.
I was going to say, because if it wasn't a straight jacket, boy, do I have a suggestion for you, Dr. Chuckles.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's get into it here. So everyone knows that the two greatest uses of taxpayer money are in this order: the Quality Leering Centers in Minnesota, and the UN. Because we get just about as much out of both of them as each other. The UN.
We do?
Yeah, he said sarcastically, obviously. Well, here's some more evidence for you that the UN might be the most useless governmental body in the history of planet Earth, in case you needed even more evidence to suggest that. The United Nations gave Iran, the nation Iran, a vice presidential role in the month-long conference to review the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty.
Oh, boy. I'll tell you, that's just great since we're having a not war trying to keep them from going nuclear.
Yeah, they gave Iran a senior spot on the Don't Nuke Planet Earth Club. What on God's green earth are we doing, UN?
They're probably trying to see how stupid we are.
Evidently. That is the most insane Happy April Fool's Day news headline probably ever. It doesn't make any sense, does it?
The problem is it's not April 1st.
That is the problem. That's exactly the problem. Is they're deadly serious about it. I mean, that's like getting someone that was convicted of beating their wife on the Committee of Women's Rights. Oh, is that who we're going to have as the vice president?
Well, they were, claiming they were just listening to Michael Jackson telling them to beat it.
Oh, my God. Now, the United States, obviously, we were not happy about this. We voiced very loud opposition to it. KZRG News Time 845, by the way. And the United States, we were not the only ones that objected to this. The United Arab Emirates, the UAE, they were not happy about this. Australia voiced objection. The United Kingdom voiced objection. France, Germany, they voiced objection as well. So even our buddies in Europe that aren't really happy at us for whatever number of reasons, even they were like, yeah, we got to back our boy Uncle Sam here. This is just stupid. Putting Iran as a vice president on the committee to review the Nuclear Proliferation Treaty?
Well, Iran probably just wants to make one change to the treaty, make it where they get to proliferate while everybody else gets non-proliferation. They want to have the power.
Yeah, Iran goes, no one's allowed to have nukes, asterisks, except Iran, of course. Yeah. What are we doing? So anyway, that's there for you. What a joke. Moving on from there, another big story we had for you this morning. The Department of Justice has indicted a former senior advisor to Dr. Anthony Fauci for allegedly destroying and concealing records from investigations into the origins of COVID-19.
Oh, really? You mean the Fauci?
Now, the Fauci himself is not being indicted, just one of his, little butt buddies over there.
Well, that means that they're working towards getting closer to Dr. Fauci.
Fingers crossed. Now, this guy, he's being hit with charges, the guy that is being hit with charges is 78-year-old David Morans. He's being charged with 1 count of conspiracy against the United States, 2 counts of destruction, alteration, or falsification of records in federal investigations, and 2 counts of concealment, removal, or
mutilation.
Mutilation, thank you.
Gee, I had to teach you another word, mutilation.
I know. Listen, I got my education formally in California. We, like Minnesota, have a lot of Leering centers there, so the whole reading thing is not top priority for our education. That being said, if you ask me how many genders there are, boy, I know the answer to that.
What, 2?
Infinite.
Oh, infinite.
Infinite number, Steve. This is according to California Public Education, of course. So anyway, if this guy is convicted on all counts, he could face up to 51 years in federal prison.
Let me see. 51 years, that would be 129 years.
So he'll be roughly half the age of Steve Scott.
Yeah, pretty much.
More or less.
He'd be 129 years old if he got 51 years.
Yeah. Now, he's also being charged for a conspiracy including an alleged kickback scheme, where allegedly he took or was promised gifts in exchange for official acts favorable to the certain federal grantee committees, to certain people that maybe didn't want the truth about COVID's origins coming out.
You mean he was a wine connoisseur and liked meals at Michelin-starred restaurants?
Those were some of the things that allegedly he may have been promised in exchange for covering up some COVID-19 info.
Wow.
Good. This should be, listen, there are 3 things that should be on the top of the Department of Justice's list. 3 things. The Leering Centers in Minnesota, the Jeffrey Epstein case, and this.
And the hospice offices in California as well.
I would put that as like a secondary thing.
They're putting billions and billions of dollars into
Billions?
that fraud. Billions.
Put it on the list. Get it on the list, A tier. We need to look into this. No, seriously though, COVID-19, not the disease, but the United States government under Joe Biden, their response to it ruined so many people's lives. Did COVID-19 lead to some deaths? No question about it. Absolutely. Was it a heartbreaking situation? Of course. But I would argue that the real damage was done by the way that our federal government handled itself during those years. Our kids are still behind in education because we kept the schools closed for way too long. Republicans and conservatives were screaming that blue in the face, and that was racist and sexist and xenophobic to say. And now it's common knowledge. Now it's accepted that we kept the schools closed too long. Only if there was a group of people that were warning about that while it was happening. We had restaurants, small family restaurants, people whose dream it was to open up their own establishment. They got shut down because the Biden administration couldn't keep it straight as to what the qualifications and requirements were to keep restaurants open. There were restaurants that spent $150,000 to get permits and outdoor seating because they were told they would be able to stay open if they served food outside. And then what happened 2 weeks later? The Biden administration said, ooh, woo, JK, and said no. And those restaurant owners were now out $150,000 and were still shut down for 7 months.
Well, there was one restaurant here in Joplin that even took their booths that are out in like an open area, kind of like a cubicle area that we have here at the station.
Mm-hmm.
They actually had to build walls between the booths.
Yeah.
So people would allegedly not get sick.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that people were dying in hospitals from COVID, which was real, but because of the Biden administration and their handling of it, it became policy nationwide that people couldn't go and say goodbye to their loved ones on their literal deathbed. Those people are never going to get those moments back with their dying parent or grandparent. It's never going to happen. That, I think, was the real legacy of the damage that COVID-19 did on this country, the handling of it by this federal government. And the fact that the DOJ is now going to start indicting people that allegedly, we'll see, innocent until proven guilty, but allegedly helped in the cover-up of those origins, helped in ruining the lives of an inordinate number of Americans, and not to mention the economy.
No.
I think that's great. I think that's great that the DOJ is looking at this, and I think they should be. What are your thoughts, though? Text us at 417-782-1310.
And now, KZRG's Big Three, buzzing by thanks to Honeybee Tax Solutions on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Former FBI Director James Comey now being charged with knowingly and willfully making a threat to take the life or inflict bodily harm upon the President of the United States. This for posting a photo online with the numbers 86 and 47.
Number 2.
Speaking of the FBI, they raided more than 20 locations in Minneapolis in relation to Somali-owned daycare fraud. One of the places that was raided was the famed Quality Leering Center. Could we see some perp walks, please?
Yeah, at the Leering Center, they learned how to read gooder, and they got educated.
All right.
At the Leering Center.
Number 1.
The suspect who attempted to kill the President of the United States over the weekend is now facing life in prison if convicted. He's also being charged with transportation of a firearm and ammunition in interstate commerce with the intent to commit a felony.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What are your thoughts on the DOJ investigating James Comer for his Instagram post? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page. Coming up in less than 10 minutes, Chris Plant on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. We have
Baxter Springs, Route 66 Park. And
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it.
See you tomorrow.
We'll talk to you guys later.